just try to get open. I know there's always a chance the puck's coming, so it's good. I mean, I think Pav doesn't get enough credit for the plays he makes too, so we just try to feed off each other, like I said earlier, and we'll just keep growing as a line.
Yeah, he's done a good job of it, and I hope it continues for him because he's really kind of, his game has evolved. He's thrown the physicality into it, which I really like. I mean, he finishes every hit. He's a strong guy. He can shoot the puck. But reading off of, playing with a star player is not always easy because, he's not predictable. Pastrnak is not. And you say that as a compliment. You want some of that. You want to be unpredictable as that type of player and the guy that can create whether it's off the shot or with the pass. And we've seen it off of both with Pastrnak, and he's created some pretty good chemistry alongside Geekie and of course Pavel Zacha in the middle. So, and Geekie and Zacha can be good on the defensive side of things too, and allow Pastrnak to kind of do his thing a little bit more. So, I think that they can be reliable on the defensive side of the puck. It's been a good line, and Geekie's been a big part of it, and you'd like to see him continue that goal scoring, but he's got to be ready at all times when Pastrnak has the puck, because you never know when it's coming.
Well, Pastrnak doing his thing quite a bit lately. 6 goals, 14 points in his last 6 games. He said the other night, Bruins have to find a way to duplicate Thursday's effort more often.
That's just the way we are in now. The game's coming at you quick, and you need to be focused on them, and there's big points. Everybody around us, winning, losing. So you have to take care of the points.
Yeah, we interviewed Zadorov after the game the other day, and he made a comment. He said, a lot of people writing us off. They hear it.
Yep.
They know it. They hear it. And until you stop the bleeding and play consistently good hockey, you're going to continue to hear it because everybody's crept up on you and everybody has games in hand. So you're still not out of the woods, and you lose a couple of games, you're going to be right back out of it with other teams with games in hand. So it's really important, especially these games on home ice where they've been good. They've been really good lately on home ice, at least getting the results that they're looking for, and you're gonna have to make the games up on the road, and that's coming in March, where you got a bunch of road games. But you got a ton of home games coming up between now and the end of February. With that break in mid-February, continue to pile up the points on home ice, because the road has proved to be a little bit difficult for you.
Couple of roster notes. Jeremy Swayman will get the start between the pipes today after sitting out Thursday's game with a minor injury. He's good to go. Michael DiPietro, who had backed up Jonas Korpisalo on Thursday, sent back to Providence, as was Patrick Brown. Justin Brazeau will be back in the lineup today as well. Coming up here on the Bruins pregame show, we'll go around the NHL, including more on this Avalanche Hurricanes trade.
They were also working on potential of one of 2 deals with Vancouver. One of them involving JT Miller, the other involving Pettersson. And ultimately, they chose this path. They went for Rantanen.
We'll hear more from Joe Sacko about today's matchup.
There was a commitment from the group to play the right way. We talked about defending first when we don't have the puck, and when we do have the puck, making sure that we're defending less.
And up next, we'll take another look at that Avalanche trade with Carolina from the Colorado perspective.
It's a bittersweet day, right? That Mikko is a decorated player for us. He's an elite winger in this league, and so it was a tough few days.
That's all on the way here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Plus, get incredible value from the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
Right now at Wendy's, get 2 faves for $7. The spicier classic chicken sandwich, Dave's single, or 10-piece nugs. 2 faves for just $7? Gotta be Wendy's.
At participating Wendy's for a limited time only. Select a request 2 for $7 deal to redeem. Not valid in a combo or with saucy nugs. Single item at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
Hi, I'm Patrice Bergeron. This season, Avidia Bank and I are continuing the Assist for Kids program. For every Boston assist, Avidia donates $50 up to $30,000 to help Metro West families pay for youth hockey. I would also donate $7,000 for a total of $37,000 to help even more families. Get details now at avidiabank.com/Team Bergeron. Avidia Bank, honest to goodness, member FDIC, member DIF.
Hi, this is Trent Frederick, and I'm excited to team up with the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families this year. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season to help score a goal, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors initiative will donate funds to end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive. Locally, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation will be enabling a donation of $100 every time we feed the puck for a goal to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger up to $50,000. To learn more about feeding the puck for families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Plus, get incredible value from the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
These are tough decisions. There's nothing done in a vacuum. You know, Mikko earned the right to be an unrestricted free agent, and he's 5 months away from that. So you got to make these hard decisions. The player has to make them, and the club has to make them.
That's Avalanche GM Chris McFarland addressing last night's trade. Avs here in Boston to take on the Bruins coming up just after the top of the hour. Mikko Rantanen, currently 6th in the league with 64 points, traded to Carolina last night as part of a three-way deal that also included the Blackhawks. Colorado will get Martin Necas, who's got 55 points on the season, and center Jack Drury. Taylor Hall involved in that trade going to Carolina. We'll talk about that aspect of it coming up in a little bit. But McFarland talking just within the hour here at TD Garden about the business decision last night.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into sort of the month by month, week by week chronology of it. I think it was just a tough business decision here for us, and we just felt that the pieces we got, it made sense to strike now.
Yeah, I mean, Necas he's a really good hockey player. He's got 55 points coming into this game here today. He will play today, along with Drury will play as well. But Rantanen is a world-class player. I mean, I think Necas is trending that direction, but Rantanen, big, strong, has had playoff success, playing alongside Nathan McKinnon and Cal McCarr. That's a big hole for them. Necas is going to try to fill that and then some. And as he continues his upward swing, he's gotten better and better, it seems like, every year. There were some rumors that he wanted out of Carolina a couple years ago, and then those kind of got quieted because he was playing so well and playing up in the lineup and getting more ice time. But the opportunity to get Rantanen for Carolina, massive. Can they sign him? I don't know. I mean, that's what does he want?
The rumors are he was looking for $14 million a year. Yeah,
well, salary cap's going up, so it doesn't matter what the guy next to you is making or what he signed for a couple years ago. It's all based on where that cap is going. But when you look at Colorado, Ryan, when you look at their scoring, Nathan McKinnon has 75 points, leads the NHL. Your next guy was Rantanen at 64. Now it's Necas at 55. You got McCarr at 53. The next closest guy is 29. Their 5-on-5 scoring is not that strong. They're -6 in 5-on-5 scoring. And their power play hasn't been great. It's 19th in the NHL. That blows me away. I thought it was. Right. Thought it would have been a lot higher than that. So, a team that is a little bit top heavy. And they're trying to, and they're missing Nichushkin as well. He's a very good player for them and is an impact player for them. And of course, Landeskog has not played, and we don't know the status of him if he'll ever come back with some of the injuries that he's had to endure. So this is a real interesting trade, and it's a game changer for Colorado. They just hope it's a game changer in the right direction.
Well, here's what McFarland said about the two players they got in return.
Marty Necas, he's been around the top 10 in scoring this year, but I think it's his age is a big part of that. He fits in with his speed. He's certainly a top 6 talent. Whether he has another bump in his game, with the way we play, we'll see. I think Jack is hopefully that 3C that we've been kind of to look for. We've been, it's no secret that this will improve our depth.
I mean, I think so. You get two players for one, and Drury can provide some depth on that center position. He's a guy that's trending upward, and Necas is not going to want $14 million. I mean, maybe he wants it, but he's not going to get $14 million. So, they're going to slot him in at a much lower price. I guess they still have to sign Makar to a big contract coming up here very soon. So they've already signed McKinnon. Makar is going to be next. And then Natchez, after one more year on his contract, will get a good bump as well.
We'll talk more about the trade from the Carolina perspective coming up. We'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines coming up next here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
I'm Katie Nolan, and I have a new podcast called Casuals. It's a podcast for people who like sports a normal amount. Casuals is a twice-a-week hang with me and my friends from across comedy, sports, and entertainment, where we talk about all the funny, weird, interesting stuff happening in and around the world of sports. So whether you're a diehard fan or just vaguely sports curious, Casuals is the podcast for you. You can find Casuals on the SiriusXM app, Pandora, or wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to follow the show so you never miss an episode. Give it a try. What's the worst that could happen?
Hear the NFL Conference Championship games on SiriusXM. Tomorrow at 3 Eastern, Jaden Daniels' Commanders face the Eagles in the NFC Championship.
Touchdown! Saquon Barkley!
Then at 6:30, it's the AFC Championship as Josh Allen's Bills take on the Chiefs.
An 11-yard touchdown! Playoff Pat to playoff Kelsey!
Find the channel numbers at SiriusXM.com/NFL schedule or search for the teams on the SiriusXM app.
It's soccer's most thrilling league.
Only the Premier League can make you feel like this.
And now every match is on the SiriusXM app.
Can you believe it?
From the title race.
This is remarkable. Keeps this title charge on track, surely.
To the relegation fight.
The impossible may still be possible.
Hear every English Premier League match on the SiriusXM app and talk about all the EPL drama on SiriusXM FC 157 and the SiriusXM app.
Hockey 24/7 on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Playing in the Four Nations face-off for Team USA, Connor Hellebuck.
How do you feel about getting a chance to play for USA?
The type of hockey it's going to be fun. There's going to be some high-pressure games. You're going to be putting your country's jersey on. You're representing your country. I think we're going to have a great fan base around us. And I'm really looking forward to what it brings.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91. And on your schedule with the SiriusXM app. The best hockey lives here.
Burns gets it back. Stick handles to the backhand. Moves in front. Score!
NHL play-by-play on SiriusXM.
Sports Hub headlines.
The Boston Bruins set to face off against the Colorado Avalanche at TD Garden this afternoon. This is the two's final meeting of the season. Bruins won the first game in October, 5-3. Puck drop comes your way a little after 1 o'clock. In a blockbuster NHL trade overnight, Colorado Avalanche send Mikko Rantanen to the Carolina Hurricanes in exchange for Martin Necas. Taylor Hall also going from the Chicago Blackhawks to the Hurricanes as part of a three-way deal. Celtics wrapping up their road trip against the Dallas Mavericks this evening. For the Celtics, Derek White questionable. For the Mavs, no Luka Doncic, no Dante Exum. Get ready for the call-up and join the Boston Bruins season ticket waitlist to gain access to season tickets in priority order as they become available, plus score priority access to ticket pre-sales. Be the first to hear about the latest Bruins news and merchandise drops and receive a dedicated account executive to address your needs year-round. Visit bostonbruins.com/waitlist to learn more and secure your spot in line. Ryan Johnson, Bob Beer is going to be back after this here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by your New England Honda dealers.
We could tell you what it's like to drive the Nissan Rogue and tell you all about its performance capabilities, like its VC turbo engine. It's I can go virtually anywhere type of freedom. Nice. But you don't have to take our word for it. Go drive it for yourself. You're up. Experience the power of the Nissan Rogue.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Get 2.9% financing for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. For well-qualified buyers, 2.9% APR financing for 60 months on new 2025 Rogue and dealer stock. Example, 0 down payment. 60 months financing at $17.92 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary, subject to residency restrictions and INMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 2/3/25.
Hey, DQ fans, get 2 of your favorite single cheeseburgers for $5 or 2 double cheeseburgers for just $7 with the DQ Cheeseburger Lovers Deal. Go quick, this won't last long. Only for a limited time at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
If you need tires, think Town Fair Tire. Thinking name brands? We have them all. Thinking price? We beat the competitors. Free services? We have those too. For the guaranteed lowest price, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Town Fair Tire.
Since 1873, Coors Banquet has been brewed only in Golden, Colorado, where the Rocky Mountains touch the sky and icy spring waters carve its legend. Each sip echoes of generations past. Coors Banquet, enjoyed by rock stars, smugglers, cowboys, and presidents. That's our legacy. What's yours? Coors Banquet. Start your legacy.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance, plus plenty of room inside. Start your journey in a brand new vehicle. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
Bruins and the Colorado Avalanche coming up here at TD Garden. And as we get ready for this one, we take a closer look from the Carolina perspective of the trade that they made with the Avalanche last night. Again, Mikko Rantanen joining the Hurricanes along with Taylor Hall, who the Blackhawks throw in as part of a 3-team deal. Sportsnet's Elliot Friedman talked about the Hurricanes' perspective. They had been rumored to do some high-price shopping this week.
The Carolina Hurricanes had this one that they were working on, and they were also working on potential of one of 2 deals with Vancouver. One of them involving JT Miller, the other involving Pettersson. They were talking to the Canucks about both players, and ultimately they chose this path. They went for Rantanen.
And it's such an impact. And then they also get Taylor Hall, who, in a lower role could probably make be a positive for the Carolina Hurricanes. The Chicago one's a bit of a head scratcher for me. They trade Hall in part of the package. They get a 3rd rounder, but they also retain half of Rantanen's salary, which is a little strange for me, unless they're just kind of wink on nod on the maybe a deal down the road or something, right. Or they get a little, because it doesn't make sense on the surface from Chicago's standpoint, at least from where I sit.
They facilitated the deal, and they just get a 3rd round pick for Taylor Hall.
Exactly. Hall was probably going to move at the deadline anyhow, right. But the 3rd rounder, okay, I can kind of see that. He has been on 7 teams now, and since winning the MVP, he's been on 6 teams since winning the MVP for New Jersey. But at the same time, they took on half of Rantanen's salary, which is a big chunk.
Yeah,
which they can do, but you wonder maybe if it's setting something up for the next move that Chicago makes. So we're kind of keeping an eye on them. And this thing with Vancouver is they've been all over the news and needing to make a move to kind of get that locker room back in order.
But it's a big swing for Carolina here. Trying to.
Well, they did it last year with Gensel. They did it last year with Gensel, and they weren't able to retain him when push came to shove and signing him again or re-signing him. And now they're going to have the same issues here with Rantanen. But at more money,
right? You have to know they have to know what the cost is going to be, and you would expect that they'd be willing to pay it if they're going to give up a player like Necas as part of this deal. That's our quick look around the NHL. We'll hear from Bruins interim head coach Joe Sacko coming up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda.
This week on Let's Go with Bill Belichick, Max Crosby, Peter King, and me, Jim Gray. We've got Tom Brady here.
Baltimore had a great season when it comes to a screeching halt when you don't do some of the things they've done so well all season. That's playoff football.
The Ravens aren't saying, well, we got beat by Buffalo. They really outplayed us. I think they're saying we had some easy opportunities and we just screwed them up.
Listen to the extended version of Let's Go, now available exclusively on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Get to know the contenders for music's highest honor, from country to pop, rock to hip-hop, and beyond. The 67th Annual Grammy Awards nominees have their own SiriusXM destination, the Grammy Channel. for a limited time on Sirius XM 17. And at home on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
4 teams remain on the road to Super Bowl 59. It all starts with the NFC Championship when the Washington Commanders take on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Touchdown! Saquon Barkley!
And then it's the AFC Championship when the Buffalo Bills take on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mahomes tries to throw. Line caught! Touchdown!
Hear coverage leading up to Championship Sunday and post-game reaction and interviews on NFL Radio Channel 88 and the Sirius XM app.
Hey, this is James Hinchcliffe from Off Track with Hinch and Rossi. Do you love podcasts?
Yep.
Do you have a best friend?
Oh, yeah.
Do you like driving 200 miles per hour in a car with no roof?
Sure do.
Well, then join me and my best friend, IndyCar driver and 2016 Indy 500 winner Alex Rossi.
That's me.
Twice a week for Off Track with Hinch and Rossi on SiriusXM Podcast Network. All year round, we're talking IndyCar, F1, food, travel, and more with some of the biggest names from on and off the track.
So download Off Track with Hinch and Rossi now, available on the SiriusXM app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Join me, Scott Laughlin, and Gord Stellick, along with former NHLer Mike Johnson for NHL Morning Skate. Weekday morning, 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91.
Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety. We'll help you manage life's storms. You guys coming off the 2-0 win over Ottawa the other night, you said before the game you wanted to treat it like a playoff game. Felt like it had that kind of intensity to it.
I thought our players responded well from the night before, especially on a back-to-back, and we talked about the importance of the game. And obviously, every game you go into with the mindset that you're going to win, but it's how about you go about your business doing that. And our preparation was good. The guys treated it like that, like we talked about. Was the importance of that game was front and center. You could see that, and I thought it was a good response.
You guys have 32 games left on the schedule to try to make the postseason. How do you keep up that intensity from game to game?
Well, just like that. I mean, there's no question that if you look, we're in a situation where a lot of teams are jockeying for position in the standings, and I do believe, I really do, and I've said this before, that if you get to look too far ahead, then you lose focus on the process. And for us today, it's a new challenge. It's a different team than Ottawa. We're playing, a Western Conference team, but nothing should change as far as how we prepare and how we focus and where our thoughts need to be for this game.
Going back to that game defensively, you guys pitched the shutout. Corpy obviously had a really nice night in net as well, but shorthanded your top two defensemen. How do you pull that off?
Well, there was a buy-in. There was a commitment from the group to play the right way. We talked about defending first when we don't have the puck, and when we do have the puck, making sure that we're defending less, making good decisions with the puck, and we did that for the most part. I thought 5-on-5, we did a really good job. I think we only gave up maybe 4 or 5 really grade A chances during the course of the game. And when you do that, you're setting yourself up for success.
You put Michael Callahan back into the lineup, only his second NHL game. He had to play some penalty killing time the other night. Felt like he had a pretty solid performance, all things considered.
Yes, I thought he was very steady in his game, dependable, reliable, if you want to use those words. Pretty much with Cali, what you see is what you get. And I think that's good from a coach's standpoint, because you know that when you get out there, he's going to be predictable in his game. He's going to move the puck. He's not going to try to force plays that aren't there. He's going to defend hard and try to make it somewhat difficult on the opposition to get to the front of the net.
Morgan Geeky's been on a bit of a tear offensively, playing alongside Pasta and Zaka. Why is that combination clicking so well right now?
Well, you have obviously an elite player in the league, and Pasta, and his game is taken off to the level where he probably expects it to be, and he's been playing really well lately. So that's number one. When you have him playing the way he is, Pav's a very good complementary player for David. He does a really good job, moves the puck well, plays a 200-foot game, has the vision as well to play with David and make plays. And Geeky's doing his job on that line. We've talked about him. He can score. He's seeing the game offensively right now, from my standpoint, at a higher level than I've seen before. So if you can do that and play with 88, you're in a good spot. And the other thing I like about him is he's been going to the net front a lot. That's something that we've talked about with him on that line, that we need a net front presence on that line, and it has to be Geeky at times. Now, I still like to see Geeky shoot a little bit more at times. I think he still overpasses and defers at times, because he's got a great shot, and when he uses it, he has the ability to score from anywhere on the ice.
So you guys get Colorado today on the heels of a massive trade they made last night, so you don't have to deal with Rantanen, but they're bringing in Nachas and Drury, who are two pretty good players in their their own right. So how does that affect your preparation for today?
It doesn't affect our mindset or the team that we're playing. What it does is it throws some wrinkles into our pre-scout. We have to look at and try to predict who they're going to put on the power play instead of Rantanen. It could be, one of their new guys. It could be Neskash, or it could be one of the other guys. So from a pre-scout standpoint, making some adjustments, we're going to have to be on our toes just to see who's playing with who's on what power play unit. But for us, it's about, if we play at a high competitive level and we're disciplined within our systems, I feel like we can compete with anybody.
Just want to ask you about one more player, and that's Cale Makar. Defending him, because he brings something to the ice that not a lot of defensemen do. How difficult is it to game plan against him?
Extremely. You'd have to ask the other 31 teams, too, or 30 teams, I guess, because, he has his way a lot of nights. And that's what great players do. Regardless of what your game plan is, they find a way to excel during the course of a game and take it over. And that's what makes them great players. His skating ability, getting himself out of trouble, sees the game at a high level. So for us, it's really about understanding where he is on the ice, when he's on the ice, and where he is on the ice, and just trying to stay over the top of him and making sure that he's not building up speed. We want to try to neutralize his speed as much as possible, whether it's on the forecheck or in the neutral zone, making sure that we're trying to stay above him.
Appreciate the time. Good luck today.
Okay, thanks.
There's Joe Sacco, Bruins and the Avalanche, coming up next.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the 98.5 Sports Bruins Radio Network, driven by your New England Honda dealer.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Still with it. Here's a one-timer and a score!
Sirius XM 91.
Bruins bring the face-off back into their own zone. Clock runs out. And an important 2 points tonight here on home ice. Jonas Korpisalo pitches a 30-save shutout. On Thursday, the Bruins responded in a big way after losing the previous night in New Jersey, something interim head coach Joe Sacco has liked from his team this season.
This group's responded a lot this year. I think this group has a lot of character that way. When we play that type of hockey that we did tonight, we've shown that it's successful and it works for us.
Today, they welcome in a Colorado team that looks a lot different than they were expecting after the blockbuster trade of Mikko Rantanen. It's a Saturday matinee. The Bruins and the Avalanche coming up next.
Boston Bruins hockey is driven by the stylish Honda Accord, available at your local New England Honda dealers.
Cross to Esposito. Shot. It's all cut off. Cam Neely. Nathan Horton wins Game 7 in overtime. David Pasternak wins the series for the Bruins. The rebound to Trent Frederick. And the Bruins are back in front by 2.
The Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Nitrate, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Safety Insurance, Peerless Boilers, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
Backhand and a save, Thomas. Swayman made a great stop at the far post.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Charles D. Sheehy, Ticketmaster, Dairy Queen, McGovern Auto Group, Hub International New England, Timberline Construction, the Peterson School, your Eastern Region Lexus dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Back to Orr. Put in. His 100th backhand score and a penalty shot for Raymond Gordon. David Pasternak calls game, and the Bruins win it 2-1. Bergeron! And the Bruins win the series!
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
Bruins and the Colorado Avalanche coming up here from TD Garden. Colorado with a shakeup in their lineup today. So, how did the Bruins know what to expect from this team, and how do they defend against this team?
Well, McKinnon's the number one guy, and Makar. Nate just will fill in nicely there. We'll see how his chemistry is with McKinnon and Drouin up front. They'll start this game, but with Nathan McKinnon, it starts really with him and continues with him. You want to contain Makar. You want to try to, when he walks the blue line, those type of things in the offensive zone, try to limit his opportunities to get shots through. And like I said, easier said than done. He's probably the best in the business at walking the line and finding those holes to get shots through. And with McKinnon, just the speed, the power. You got a guy like Zadorov and Peak, who are big guys, strong. They matched up really well against a guy like Tkachuk. This is a different animal. This is a big, strong guy, but who can also fly. Tkachuk's not the fastest guy, but he gets involved in front of the net. McKinnon does it a different way, and this will be a different challenge. but it's also up to the forwards to help those D out when they have the opportunity.
And as fast as McKinnon is, Nachos is a speedster as well. That's going to be a very fast unit playing alongside each other. Keys to the game brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Opening face-off next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Playoffs? We talking about playoffs? You bet we are. And get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Scoring touchdowns is key to winning in the playoffs. And the key to you scoring big is betting on them at DraftKings, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score 6. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. New DraftKings customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the promo code SPORTSUP. That's promo code SPORTSUP for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
Hope is here. Call 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining built Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Hockey season means it's Peerless Boiler season. Now is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless Boiler. Don't wait. Act now. Go to PeerlessBoilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Bruins and Avalanche coming up. Here's Todd Angeli with the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Todd Angeli with the national anthem. We get set for the opening face-off between the Bruins and the Colorado Avalanche. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. In goal for the Avalanche is Scott Wedgwood. On defense, the pairing of Devon Taves and Cal McCarr. And up front, Jonathan Drouin, Nathan McKinnon, and Marty Necas. For the Bruins, it's Jeremy Swayman starting in goal, Nikita Zadorov and Andrew Peeke, your defenseman. And up front, Morgan Geekie, Pavel Zacha, and David Pastrnak. Starting lineups are brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
First 5 minutes of today's game are presented by your New England Ford dealers. Today's New England Ford dealers' first 5 contestant of the game is Robert Corcoran of West Boylston, Mass. If the Bruins score in the first 5 minutes, Robert will pick up a pair of tickets for a future Bruins game, courtesy of the New England Ford dealers. Enter the contest at 985thesportshub.com. Bruins in the home black and gold sweaters as they will go from left to right here in the first period. Puck goes deep into Boston territory. Swayman plays it away from the front of his net, and Andrew Peeke will get it out of the zone. Brought right back in here for the Avalanche. Nachos, in his first game as an Avalanche player, plays it into the near side corner. Taves along the near side boards, got it down along the end boards. McKinnon tried to poke it out in front, taken away by Zacha. Pasternak didn't get much on a clearing effort, but did get it out of the zone. Zacha gives it back to him, and now here's Geekie in the neutral ice. Near the red line, batted the puck across ice, and Callahan will drive one deep here for Boston as they get a change going, 45 seconds in.
Callahan stays in the lineup on that back end. A solid game last game.
Puck redirected toward the Boston line and played off into the left wing corner for Middlestat. Down toward the end boards, Parsonen going behind the net. Tripped up.
I think he tripped on the net, the back of the net.
Coyle sent one in Marchand's direction, directed down deep into the near corner. Patra got wiped out going into the corner against Girard. Poked up toward the blue line and out. Avalanche will come forward here, skating over to get it. Josh Manson got the puck down to the end boards, to the back of the net. Ekkonen tried to get it out in front, scramble for it, and pushed off into the far corner.
It's a good chance for Middlestat right in front of the net. It's a nice save by Swayman. Talked about limiting their opportunities and those high danger chances. There's a good one there.
Bruins changing once again here as the Avalanche have the puck deep in their own zone. Long pass up ice. This is O'Connor with a shot up as Swayman came out to greet him along the far side of that crease. Our side here's Drury angling one back to the point for Malinsky. Now on to Middleton near side. He shot it wide to the short side post. Goes around to the far side circle. They'll get it back in behind the net for O'Connor. Trying to set one up for Drury. High slot. Kept it moving toward the far post, or far side circle rather. And Swayman made the stop. Bruins able to clear the puck in here with Frederick getting into the far corner.
Now Middleton just got a piece of that. That was a nice little pass from Frederick, looking in the middle that time. Looking for Letary.
Malinsky got it up the far boards, but kept in by Zadorov. He'll drive it back toward the back of the net. Lindholm in there after it. Drive by Peak off the near boards. Skimmed off the outside of the net. Razzo with a hit along the far side. Back in the lineup after missing Thursday's game.
Oh, got a good tip there, just wide.
Peak will play it back past Brazo and onto the far side. Zadorov goes hard into the corner against Malinsky. Knocked his helmet off. Malinsky making his way back to the bench as the Avalanche will clear the puck.
Yeah, either has to go to the bench or put the helmet back on.
Dump back deep here as Wedgwood set it up at the back of the Colorado net.
That's a long way to go for Zadorov, but that was the time to do it. You had support on the back end, so he went deep in the zone to make that hit.
Puck knocked free at center ice here by Pasternak. Josh Manson chased back behind his net. Gave one away along the far boards to Geekie. Trying to get it to Pasternak. Taken back. And the Avalanche head the other way. Parker Kelly gaining the Bruins line. Callahan stays right with him. Knocks him off the puck. Puck taken by Zacha to Geekie in the middle. Backhanded out of the zone. Turned back over. Gerard from his own blue line. Sends one across ice. Drouin down the right wing circle. Goes around behind the net. Centering pass. Swayman got a piece of it as it came out in front. Zacha cleared it away. Now a pass across near side, and Nachos lets go a one-timer that finds the glass. Pasternak moves it through neutral ice. Here's Geekie with some space. His shot just wide of Wedgwood. Off the far boards, Patra kept in briefly, but now brought the other way. McCarr with a full head of steam over to McKinnon. Back across. Little tic-tac-toe passing, but the final pass from Nachos was behind everyone. And Marchand brings the Bruins up ice as his centering pass taken away by Taves. Nachos turns it back up ice here for Colorado. Puck ricochets off a skate in on Swayman. He'll cover it at the side of the net.
Yeah, good pace to start this one. Colorado. Really good off the rush, and that was a nice little passing play. And you wonder what the chemistry is going to be like, especially early on between Nachos and McKinnon. That time, the pass across by McKinnon, it's a 3-on-2. McKinnon makes that hard pass across from left to right, and Nachos tried to return the pass. It was well behind McKinnon on the play.
Just 55 points in 49 games for the Hurricanes this year. Last couple of years, he's had 28, 24 goals, 71 and 53 points. Word out of Carolina, you mentioned earlier, you wanted out a couple of years ago, wanted to play more center. It's a puck directed deep here by Middlestat, and it'll skim up over the glass and out of play.
Yeah, that came from his father, did it not? I think he's a coach in his hometown, and I think that article came. It was an article written overseas, and somehow, not somehow, it got back to Carolina, and he had to deal with some of that.
Puck batted toward the red line here, and grabbed by Parsonen. He plays it across toward the far boards. Bruins have it. So we tick down toward 5 minutes gone in this first period. No score early. Bruins yet to have a shot on goal. Lorisle on the far side. Clearing effort comes across ice. Elias Lindholm dumps it across ice into the far corner. Vinny with Terry over there. Takes a bump from Middleton. Puck taken away along the far boards. Heikkinen got it out across the blue line with some help from Girard. Driven back in by Carlo as it rims around the boards far side. Coyle goes to get it in that far side wall. Spun back around toward the near side. Carlo tapping it away from Colton. It'll go around toward the far side corner, and Malinsky played it up the boards, but Marchand racing over to keep that puck alive, trying to get it in front for Coyle. It was blocked. Came back to Carlo. His shot blocked as well by Colton. Marchand at the top of the near circle, under some pressure, brings it back along the near boards against Drury. Got it down into the corner, but the Avalanche get it from there, and it's cleared past a pinching Callahan along the far side. Controlled back in the neutral ice by Boston. Marchand right back in. Forced back out. Parker Wotherspoon.
And Malinsky was...
Max Jones from the right circle with a backhand. Save made by Wedgwood.
Malinsky's a left defenseman. There's a broken stick on his. He was shooting it at the puck carrier. Penalty.
Up, brought behind the Bruins net here by Kiviranta. Taves gets it down deep here. Wotherspoon able to kick that along the wall. Taves going to throw one to the net. Scooped up off the ice by Swayman. He'll hang on to it. We'll take our first break. 13:41 to go here in the first period on a Saturday afternoon at TD Garden. No score. Bruins and Avalanche on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V. It's your local Honda dealer.
I'm anchoring myself to hope.
Be inspired with Joel Osteen Radio.
I just love Joel. He's the best, I learn so much from him all the time.
Oh, it's just very uplifting.
It's time to say this is a new day. I've been anchored to that junk long enough.
And when you're encouraged, you can do anything.
Promotion is coming. Healing is coming. Breakthroughs are coming.
Your life will never be the same.
Be inspired with Joel Osteen Radio. Sirius XM 128 and on the Sirius XM app.
Tennis fans, the first Grand Slam of the year, the 2025 Australian Open, is upon us. Sirius XM will take you to Melbourne for every game, set, and match.
The dream has been realized on Rod Laver Arena.
Here's Sirius XM's coverage of the 2025 Australian Open on ESPN Extra, Channel 81, and on the Sirius XM app. If you love tennis, your center court is Sirius XM.
The big names are on NHL Network Radio.
Avalanche General Manager Chris McFarland. What went into maybe change that duo in goal?
With the work of our scout, Wedgwood's experience, he was a veteran guy. He's been through the grind. We were very bullish on McKenzie, and when the opportunity came to add him, we just felt it was the right move for us, long term.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91, and the Sirius XM app.
The first 5 minutes of today's game were brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Start your 2025 in a new F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 48 straight years. 13:41 left here in the first period. No score between the Bruins and Avalanche. This is the second and final meeting in the regular season between these two teams. Haven't seen each other since back in the first week or so of the season. Bruins took a 5-3 win in Colorado. That was part of a 4-game regulation losing streak that the Avalanche started the season on. They've gotten a lot better since then. As McKinnon out near the high slot as he poked away from him by Coyle. Along the near side, here's McKinnon from the circle. Shot it right toward Jeremy Swayman, who made the glove save and hangs on.
Yeah, they've gotten better, but they're still searching for it. That there's a big disparity in point totals by their top guys compared to the next guys. Their power play is still searching for it, 19th overall in the NHL. They're -6 at 5-on-5 scoring.
Here's Taves off the draw. Shot blocked by Coyle, and then Pete kicked one away in front of Swayman as well.
Doesn't mean they're not dangerous, just saying that they're not in the category that they once were just yet.
As you said, kind of top-heavy, this team, as Taves plays around behind the net. One of the things their GM talked about here today is Nachos throws one to the net. That they're not as deep as they need to be.
Edmonton was top-heavy. They went to the final.
Right. There's a block by Coyle. He's hurting a bit as he gets up. Lindholm gets the puck cleared to Marchand. Rubbed off the play coming through the neutral zone by Taves. Pasternak putting some pressure on inside the Colorado zone. Outlet pass comes to Middlestat. Carries it up across the Boston line. Tried to get it to Parsonen. Banned on it. Bruins head back the other way. Zaka brings in across the line. Pasternak looking for Geekie coming through the high slot. Right circle, throws one toward the net. And Zaka trying to get it to the back door for Pasternak. Instead, the Avalanche get the clear. Girard sending a pass ahead of the Boston blue line. Bouncing around, came to Middlestat. Lohrei blocked his chance just to Swayman's left. Lohrei will play the puck behind the net onto Wotherspoon. Tucker up the left side. The pass for Pasternak, broken up by Girard. Thrown back toward the Boston zone. With speed they come with O'Connor trying to wrap one around the near post. And caught the outside of the net with it.
Bruins got to find their legs right now.
Volleyed back through the Colorado legs.
They like to play with pace.
Dump in here by Drury. Swayman goes behind the net. Fumbled it a bit. Lettieri able to knock down a centering pass. It'll come back toward Middleton at the point. Sent over to the far side, and a one-timer blocked and broke the stick of Callahan, but the puck goes up and out of play, so he'll have a chance to go get a new one.
It's not the first trade that Colorado's made this year of magnitude. They've got two brand-new goaltenders.
Yeah.
That they didn't have when the season started.
Yeah. Scott Wedgwood came over from Nashville on November 30th, and then Mackenzie Blackwood from San Jose December 9th. They've used 6 different goaltenders this season.
And the 2 goaltenders that they start the season with, they're both gone.
Face off, pulled back into the corner. Zadorov tapped it behind the net, taken away back there by Drouin, and the Avalanche get set up. Taves the long shot from out near the blue line. Glove stop, Swayman, no rebound.
We'll take that one, right? Sees it all the way. Routine save. Wrist shot from the point. No traffic in front. Zadorov boxing out onto Swayman's left, making sure that lane is clear for him to see it.
McKinnon, Drouin, and Nachos. The analytics say that McKinnon and Nachos are 2 of the 3 fastest players in the league this year, with Connor McDavid being the guy between them. That's as far as speed bursts. When they're at top speed, the puck comes out through the neutral zone. Beecher got upended. Driven back in deep here by Elias Lindholm. Wedgwood set up at the side of the net for Taves. McCarr will skate it up ice here for Colorado. Talk about speed. Down the right wing circle. Takes the shot. Swayman makes the save. And then Pete grabs a hold of McCarr after he stopped short in front of the crease.
I didn't mind. I don't know if Pete thought that he gave Swayman a snow shower. I don't think he did, but Pete wasn't taking any chances. Carr's like, what are you doing? Took the wrist shot. I'm coming to the front of the net for a rebound. I stopped. I didn't, maybe got him a little bit, but hey, if Swayman's dropping the puck, you're not just going to do a flyby. You're going to stop in front.
Cale Makar enters the day with...
I don't mind guys being tough, though, in front of the net, so that's all right.
365th game of his career. He's got 389 points. He's a plus 123 for his career. Drouin inside of the Bruins zone. Couldn't catch up with that puck. Marchand headed the other way. He'll pull up along the left circle of the Avalanche zone. Shot it around behind the net. Chasing toward the near wall was Zaka. Collided with Nachos. Hooked out toward Marchand. He'll get it off the near boards, and Carlo throws one toward the net. Nachos blocked that off into the corner. Nachos had a 4-point game against the Bruins. He played against them for Carolina back in late October.
Everybody had points in that game for Carolina, unfortunately for the Bruins.
But he was a problem that night. As Carlo goes behind the Bruins net to retrieve the puck from Swayman. Right off the far boards, taken away. Kelly sent it off to the near side. A shot that broke through Swayman's glove. Chris Wagner, the former Bruin.
That's a routine play, D to D. Carlo looking over to the left side to his partner, and Callahan missed him.
Pasternak sets up Sacko on the left circle. He hands to Lohrei. Back to Sacko, moving through the high slot. Trying to get it to Wotherspoon. Had to chase it off the near boards. Down into the corner for Lohrei, and now around the boards it goes to Pasternak on the far side. Floats one across ice, looking for Lohrei at the right circle, picked off. Avalanche come the other way with numbers. Kiviranta, they try to get her work it back toward Wagner. Hansen in the far corner against Lohrei. Hansen trying to throw one down the wall off of Zaka's skate. Comes to Lohrei, and he'll back it up for Wotherspoon. 9.5 to go here in the first period, no score. Wotherspoon holding it behind the Boston net. Now deals a pass up ice. Johnny Beecher going to carry ahead to the Colorado line to the right side. Shot by Peak, hit the post and goes out of play.
Might have been tipped by Beecher on the way through.
So we'll take a break with 9:12 to go in the first. No score here at TD Garden on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network. Driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 48 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Hey, DQ fans, get 2 of your favorite single cheeseburgers for $5 or 2 double cheeseburgers for just $7 with the DQ Cheeseburger Lovers Deal. Go quick, this won't last long. Only for a limited time at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
Hi, I'm Patrice Bergeron. This season, Avita Bank and I are continuing Assist for Kids. Avita donates $50 every Boston Assist up to $30,000, and I will donate $7,000 to help Metro West families pay for youth hockey. Get details at avitabank.com/Team Bergeron. Avita Bank, honest to goodness. Member FDIC, member DIF.
We all know there's a hurricane season, but hurricanes, evidently, they missed the memo. Same thing with Tornado Alley. Tornadoes are going so far off course, they've hit every New England state in the last 5 years. Start preparing now by talking with an independent agent about safety insurance. Whether it's wind, water, fire, or ice, they'll make sure you're covered no matter what Mother Nature throws at you, including hail. Ow! 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 Safety insurance will help you manage life's storms.
And grab a front row seat to the action as the Bruins face off against the Winnipeg Jets this coming Thursday night at 7 p.m. Plus, the Bees will be celebrating Hockey is for Everyone, presented by TD Bank. Head to bostonbruins.com/tickets to secure your seat today. Just past the midway point of the first period, no score. Bruins and Avalanche here this afternoon. Face-off win by Lindholm. Wotherspoon throws a long shot in on Wedgwood, makes the blocker stop.
That last attempt there from Peak did deflect. Beecher did get a piece of it right off the post or crossbar and out.
Jumped into the air. Taves sent it across ice. Moved up ice by McCarr. Wotherspoon plays it right back out of the Bruins zone. Trent Frederick along the far boards. Couldn't get it through O'Connor. Avalanche coming back and dumped in deep by Drury around the far boards. Hit in the far corner by Wotherspoon. Knocked O'Connor's stick out of his hands. He headed back to the bench. Boston gets the clear. Backhanded into the attack zone here by Frederick as he gives Drury a shove as they head back onto their benches. Off the far boards. Chase for the puck. McCarr gets there first. Up the right side to Middlestat. Into the Boston zone. Knocked away by Callahan. Marchand. Nice toe drag. And now moves off to the far side. Tried to get a pass through Lehkonen, who blocked it.
How many skates they've hit in this first period trying to make passes.
Patra from his knees able to get the puck down into the left wing corner now. Marchand against Girard. Boyle comes in and pulls the puck out of there. Middlestat got it right back. And the Avalanche come the other way. They're moving from right to left here. Drouin gets it deep. Carlo goes back, shields the puck. Patra takes it. Up the right side, the pass comes to Marchand. From the red line, he'll send it into the far corner and head off on a chain. 7:35 left here in the first. No score. Avalanche coming ahead. Nate just had his pocket picked by Pasternak coming up to the blue line, but...
Yeah, bad pass there. Geekie tried to return the pass to Pasternak, who was behind him. So, any guesses? You probably already know this, but any guesses on who leads this team in penalty minutes?
The Avalanche?
Yeah.
Not off the top of my head.
Yeah. Nathan McKinnon.
Really?
He has 27 penalty minutes.
Leading scorer in the league and leading penalty minute guy on his team?
On his team, yeah. But imagine that. 27 is your leader. Like, Josh Manson's a pretty tough guy, but he stayed out of the box this year. They're built on speed, offense, and when they defend, it's defending with speed. Get the good goaltending, they think that that's the way to build it right now. I mean, imagine that. 27 penalty minutes for Nathan McKinnon leads this team.
They've been shorthanded 127 times this year. Compare that to the Bruins, who have 156 in roughly the same number of games. So here's Zadorov playing it up ice for Geekie. Try to pass it right for Pasternak. Denied by Taves at the blue line. Hansen looking for Drouin. Didn't connect. Here's Pasternak the other way with a drive, and Wedgwood makes the save and chooses to cover that puck.
Yeah, caught the Avs in a line change there. Quick up. Between the Pipes, sponsored by Charles D. Sheehy. If you're in the piping trades, you need to call Charles D. Sheehy, Boston's premier piping and mechanical product supplier. CDS is your local leader. Between the Pipes here for the Colorado Avalanche this afternoon is Scott Wedgwood, and for the Bruins, it's Jeremy Swayman.
Mentioned Wedgwood came over in a trade from Nashville back in late November. Since then, 8 appearances, 7 starts. He's 5-2 with a 2.44 goals against and a .914 save percentage. Those numbers, significant improvement to what he had done early in the season in Nashville, where the Predators were going through all sorts of struggles. Face off in the offensive zone here.
And Beecher's already been kicked out. Brazo's in there getting a warning.
Played up the far boards here by the Avalanche, out of the zone. Wagner just called up from their AHL affiliate yesterday. On the near side, after a Swayman save, Bruins get the clear. Brazo heads the other way, throws one, and short hopper in on Wedgwood. He got it off into the far corner. Max Jones in there on the forecheck. Wagner will play it off the far wall and out. Kiviranta stood up coming through neutral ice by Lohrei. Wotherspoon hard into the corner, battling shoulder to shoulder with Parker. Parker Kelly, that is, on the near side boards, and it'll be played up the wall by Lohrei out of the zone. Brazo got it ahead for Elias Lindholm. He took a check but gets it deep. Boston changing behind the play here with 6:05 to go in the period. Long feed up ice, way offside was O'Connor as he tried to catch up to that puck near the Boston blue.
They call the icing, though, instead of the offsides. He never even touched it. Well, it doesn't matter. The puck came from deep in the zone. The only difference is if it's offsides, you get to make the line change. Right. If it's icing, you don't.
So the Bruins will get an attack zone face-off here with 6:01 to play in the period. Lindholm, Lettieri, and Frederick on the front line here with Lohrei and Wotherspoon. Lindholm wins it cleanly. Back to Wotherspoon at the right point. Walks it along the blue line. Shot was deflected up into the air. Bounces down near corner. Girard played it up the wall. Hit by Lettieri along the near boards, but the Avalanche are able to clear it out. At the Boston blue line, Lohrei angles it off the wall looking for Frederick. Drury cut that off. Locked up in front of the penalty boxes. Frederick will skate away with the puck back toward his own blue line. Wotherspoon to the red line, dumps it into the right wing corner. 5.5 to go here in the period. And Josh Manson will circle back behind his net. Product of Northeastern. Deals it up the left side. Here's Nate Joss skating in across the line. Pulls up along the near boards against Patra. Played around the far side. Marchand gets to it in the first in the far corner. But taken right back by Drouin. Bruins will get the clear here. But this one's going to go for an icing against Boston with 5:06 to play in the period.
We mentioned Manson on that back end. He came over in a trade with Anaheim a few years ago. A pretty steady, reliable defenseman. Been through a couple of things, but he's got the toughness from the old man. I know that. That's
his dad, Dave Manson, almost 2,800 penalty minutes in 1,103 games in his career.
I saw a few of them. Got to play with him in Edmonton. Little Charlie.
Here's Makar coming down the right wing circle. He'll skate it around behind the net toward the near corner. Knocked away from him by Patra. Carlo got upended in the corner. Patra able to knock down Nechas and win that puck back as he works his way out to neutral ice.
They've been off entering the zone here.
Marchand centering pass for Coyle broken up.
Patra does a nice job defensively, carries that puck through the neutral zone, and then tries to dish it over to Marchand. It's a 10-foot pass and just misses him completely.
Dorov behind the Bruins net with the puck. 4:20 to play in the period. Dorov going to pass it off to the right here for Pasternak, coming out to his own blue line, harassed by Middlestead, forcing a turnover.
I think they would rather not have the setup breakout based on that.
On the far boards, Geeky got it to Pasternak. Boston again coming out of the zone. Girard skates it back across the Boston line. Pasternak blocked one pass. Girard throws one through some traffic that looked like it caught Swayman up in the mask. Bruins will get it cleared here. Zaka, we get a whistle and puck touch with a high stick.
I thought that was a glove from Colorado. I didn't see the high stick.
We'll step aside here. 3:46 to go in the first period. Bruins and Avalanche scoreless on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network. Driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Plus, get incredible value from the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden. From pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
Hi, this is Trent Frederick, and I'm excited to team up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families this year. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season to help score a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors Initiative will donate funds to end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive. Locally, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation will be enabling a donation of $100 every time we feed the puck for a goal to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger, up to $50,000. To learn more about Feeding the Puck for Families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feed the puck.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Plus, get incredible value from the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
Bruins and Avalanche scoreless. 3:46 left here in the first period. And a faceoff coming up inside the Boston defensive zone. Avalanche have mostly controlled the tempo of this first period so far.
Well, when the Bruins have had some speed coming through the neutral zone, they're either hitting skates or making bad passes. The execution hasn't been there off the rush for them.
Lindholm matching up against Drury on the faceoff near circle. Wins the draw. Borai feathers one up the middle to Lindholm. He'll play it over the head of Taves. They got a piece of it into the far corner. The two of them do battle in there. Frederick gets involved as well as Drury. Off the far boards, Lorai with a drive with some traffic in front. Wedgwood reached out with a glove. Puck went into the corner, and Avalanche get the clear. Drury now up the far right wing side. Stops against Lorai. Deals it back to Makar. Misfired on a one-timer attempt. And Boston heads the other way with Terry.
Don't see that happen very often. 16 goals on the season for Makar. Leads all defensemen.
Here's Frederick. Near circle with Terry. Hit the outside of the post, and The puck came back through the top of the crease, but the Avalanche clear it away. Chipped down the right wing boards by O'Connor. He holds him off the puck. Tapped in Lettieri's direction, and now left out of the zone by Geekie. Girard, though, has it right back here for Colorado. 2:50 to go in the period. He could take away.
There you go.
Geekie to Pasternak, but then lost it just inside the blue line.
And then poked away. He had a potential 2-on-1.
Hansen settles back behind the Avalanche net with the puck. Girard, pass up the left wing side. Geekie gets involved along the near boards, right in front of the penalty box. Sacko chopping away at it as well. Now Peak skates into the fray, and he'll get it into the Avalanche zone and go off on a change. Girard back behind the Colorado net with the puck, and 2:15 to play in the period. Off to the right side for Manson. Got it up the right wing boards. Necas got it into the Boston zone, but volleyed right back out of there by Pasternak. Taves will give it over to Makar. Makar's pass, one touched along by Drouin, trying to hit Necas, cutting toward the Boston line, but that was broken up. Drouin will try again. Gets Necas into the attack zone this time. Along the right wing circle, he pulls up with it. Up top for Taves. Now to McKinnon, left circle. Back across, and Necas shot redirected up and over the net. No one can find it. Callahan had it come bouncing down toward him. Nearly batted it right on Swayman. Makar, left wing circle here for McKinnon. Here's Makar down the left circle, trying to center. Hit Callahan on the skate, forced him in behind the net. Taves to the right point. Rims one around the glass toward the near side. McKinnon pulls it out of the corner. Brings it to the top of the face-off circle. Pass for Necas, broken up by Callahan. They battle in the corner. Minute 12 to go in the period. Puck comes out of the zone and goes all the way down. Wedgwood will skate out it and play it in the near corner.
Bruins trying to keep everything on the outside that time, even when Makar activates from the point position.
Hard rink-wide pass. Ekkonen wrapped it all around the near boards. Frederick helped to free it up. Patra will get it out across the line, but Middlestad brings it right back in. Over the far side, Malinsky, and throws one to the net. Swayman hangs on to it. 46 seconds to play in the period.
Yeah, you mentioned Lehkonen. It's a productive season. 18 goals on the year for him. Kind of quietly, because anybody on this team gets overshadowed by the big by the big boys, and going about his business there, and doing a nice job with it.
Only 3 shy of his career high. It's only his 38th game played this season.
The guy that was hot early in the season was Colton. He had a good game against the Bruins.
He's got 13 goals on the year.
Yeah, he slowed down a little bit.
A glob through the neutral ice. Mac Jones reaching for it. The whistle and hand pass. 40 seconds to play in the period. If you're the Bruins, I mean, Colorado comes at you fast and furious here. How do you?
It's not just the speed; it's the puck movement. You know, that's where they're kind of dangerous. They're dangerous off the rush. They're dangerous once they get the cycle going and they get guys like Makar involved. But that's where the forwards have to do a good job coming through the neutral zone and slow them down.
Off the face-off, Drury pulled it back into his own zone. Up the left side, here is Colton, and a whistle and an offside at the Boston blue line.
Nitpicking, but I don't know why they blew it down. Bruins had possession of the puck.
Right.
Give them a chance to. That's you keep play moving. You give the Colorado Avalanche a chance to regroup and get out past the blue line, so you keep the play moving.
Overzealous on the whistle.
Well, it benefited the Bruins the other day.
It's true. Sometimes those quick whistles are a good thing, sometimes not. Off the face-off, Max Jones going to carry one forward here. Trying to just shove his way through Malinsky. Avalanche will regain the puck, though, in their own zone. Head out with Drury's pass through neutral ice. Off to the right side. O'Connor dropped one back for a drive, and that one blocked out toward the blue line, and Jones couldn't get past Malinsky at the blue line. Could have been maybe an interference call, but instead it'll be Drury getting one deep here. Colton held against the boards by Lohrei. That'll allow the clock to run out on this first period. So a 12-5 shots on goal advantage for the Avalanche through the first 20 minutes, but neither team on the scoreboard as of yet in this matinee. here at the Garden. We'll be back with more on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Is at the heart of every Polestar car, and their electric SUV, Polestar 3, is no different. From the intuitive infotainment system to its head-turning design, Polestar 3 is for drivers unwilling to compromise. That means merging a spacious, luxurious interior with the torque and handling of a sports car. Visit Polestar Boston today for competitive lease offers and book a test drive for Polestar 3 at polestarboston.com.
Right now at Wendy's, get 2 faves for $7. The spicier classic chicken sandwich, Dave's single, or 10-piece nugs. 2 faves for just $7? Gotta be Wendy's.
At participating Wendy's for a limited time only. Select a request 2 for $7 deal to redeem. Not valid in a combo or with saucy nugs. Single item at a regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
Waiting for your electrical supplies during the day or sitting in traffic is for the birds. Use the GCE Night Train from Granite City Electric and get access to over $50 million in local inventory with a free guaranteed overnight delivery of your electrical supplies anywhere in New England. So avoid wasting time waiting in line and sitting in traffic. Order by 5 p.m. and you'll have your materials the next morning by 6 a.m. guaranteed. Visit GCENightTrain.com to get on board the GCE Night Train today. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
Hi, this is Mark Bertrand from the Zolak and Bertrand Show for VA New England. I have a proud family history of military service, including my father, who served in the U.S. Army. VA New England Healthcare is the highest rated and largest healthcare system in New England. If you or a family member served honorably on active duty for 2 years or deployed or retired from the reserves in any branch, you may be eligible for benefits from VA New England. To get started, call 800-MY-VA-411 or go to va.gov and explore your veteran benefits.
Calling all New England skiers and snowboarders. Tenny Mountain just received a dump of fresh powder ready for you to shred. Less than 2 hours from Boston in Plymouth, New Hampshire. Experience over 100 acres of skiing. Get your tickets now at skitenny.com. That's skitenny.com.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game so you can catch all the action live. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/NHL.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. It's time for intelligent design, plus exciting performance. Get a new vehicle you'll love. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
The Peterson School has been a leader in teaching the trade since 1946 and is now enrolling for their spring semester in Woburn, Westwood, Worcester, and Haverhill. Visit petersonschool.com to learn more. The Peterson School, they teach the trades.
First intermission here at TD Garden. The Bruins and the Colorado Avalanche scoreless after 1. And as part of our first intermission today, we take a look at the plays of the week from around the NHL. And this week, the Maple Leafs and Predators both came from behind from 3 goals down to get wins. Patrick Laine helping the Canadiens stay hot. Washington Capitals extended their win streak to 6, and Alex Ovechkin did it again. Here's your NHL plays of the week.
An angle chance in behind the net. Puck skipping in behind the goal. And now picked up. Centering pass. There's another save by Swayman. Puck trickles to the side of the net. Pinto. Here's another shot. Scores! Jensen creeping in the backside. Makes it a 1-goal game again. Back along the boards to the point. Here's Shabbat. Cross to Giroux. Shabbat fakes the shot. Turns it back. Stützle with a shot. That glances off a body to the corner. 30 seconds to go. Giroux sends it in. Puck is tipped in the air. Batherson gets it. Back to the corner. Here's Stützle to the point. Shabbat. Back to Giroux. Giroux in the corner. Shabbat winds, fires, that bounces off a couple of bodies. 15 seconds to go. Giroux. Back across, scores! Norris ties the game at 5!
Minute to go in the power play. Well, why wouldn't they? They scored the goal. Here's Ekman-Larsson from the shot, and he scores! A point shot! Deflected, Robertson in front. Did he get his stick on it?
Max Domi wins the draw right back to Ekman-Larsson. Max Pacioretty goes to the front of the net, and I think it is Ekman-Larsson, Joe.
Fiala lost it. Capo Kakko out to center, down the right side. Kakko to Schwartz, far circle, scores! Jaden Schwartz brings out the hats here in Seattle. 4-2 Kraken, 70 seconds to play in this one.
Well, some great work by Capo Kakko to get on that loose puck inside of the Kraken blue line. But you knew when he got it, he could have shot. He was looking for 17 on the far side. Great pass over to him. Schwartzy puts it in the back of the net. He's got the hattie. It's 4-2 Kraken.
Through center, down the left side. Goulet, line, he scores! Patrick Laine with an overtime winner for Montreal.
Here's Lohrei coming through neutral ice. Patra hands off right side here for Coyle, throwing one in front, and he scores!
It bounced off the inside of the skate of Askarov and in, and the Bruins have a 4-3 lead. Second of the period for Charlie Coyle.
Plays it across to Marty Necas, and away he goes. Into the zone, stops in the circle with a pass over one time, and they score! Ripped home. Beautiful shot. And Aho with the overtime winner. As the Canes come from behind and knock off the Hawks 4-3.
But played well by Ristolainen. Headman's up the left wing. Jeremy's got Tippett driving the net. Jeremy to Tippett, and Tippett, he scores! It's him. The Flyers win it in overtime. It might be Jeremy who pushes it finally over the line, but in OT, the Flyers beat the Red Wings. And Detroit still with only one win here in Philadelphia in regulation in 27 years.
Fantilli gets the puck. He's looking for the empty net goal, and he scores! Adam Fantilli, as Kirill Marchenko made sure that he set him up for it. And the Blue Jackets lead 5-1.
The puck goes back inside that Winnipeg end, picked up by Hellebuck back behind his own net. Winnipeg out towards center ice. Neil Pionk moving in, slap shot, scores! 17 seconds into overtime, Neil Pionk will win it. And he did that earlier in his career as a Winnipeg Jet, and he does it here in Colorado tonight. Jets win! Jets win! Jets win! In overtime tonight. And the final score, 3-2 Winnipeg, and they win the series against Colorado.
Here's Ovechkin toward the empty net. It's in! Off the draw, and a puck that goes in for Alex Ovechkin. How about that? With 3:28 to go, an empty netter, and that's what they came to see. The Capitals get a third goal of the night, and it is goal 875 on his NHL career, 19 to tie, and 20 to break Wayne Gretzky's all-time record.
Alex Ovechkin, 20 more goals to pass Wayne Gretzky for the all-time record. Those are your NHL plays of the week. First intermission here at TD Garden. Bruins and Avalanche are scoreless. We'll check what else is happening around the NHL when we come back on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V. It's your local Honda dealer.
I'm Katie Nolan, and I have a new podcast called Casuals. It's a podcast for people who like sports a normal amount. Casuals is a twice-a-week hang with me and my friends from across comedy, sports, and entertainment, where we talk about all the funny, weird, interesting stuff happening in and around the world of sports. So whether you're a diehard fan or just vaguely sports curious, Casuals is the podcast for you. You can find Casuals on the SiriusXM app, Pandora, or wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to follow the show so you never miss an episode. Give it a try. What's the worst that could happen?
Join a magical mystery tour through the sounds of Beatlemania.
Here are the Beatles!
The music that changed everything and the stories behind the songs.
Every day was like living 10 years.
From Liverpool
to Abbey Road
and beyond.
I'm John. I'm Paul. I'm George. I'm Ringo.
The Beatles Channel, SiriusXM 18. And at home on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
NHL Morning Skate.
I think general managers must sit back in their chairs, Gore, and they must say, okay, if we make a coaching change here, chances are that at least for 10 games, we're more than competitive, and we're probably going to win much more than we lose.
Coaches are probably yelling an expletive, right? About, whatever, how that particular trend is going. So you're right. So far, it's like perfect.
NHL Morning Skate with Scott Laughlin and Gord Stellick. Weekdays, 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, SiriusXM 91, and the SiriusXM app.
The big names are on NHL Network Radio.
Devils head coach Sheldon Keefe, you decided to jump right back into it.
New Jersey Devils reached out really within an hour or so of the news coming out of me being let go. And the more I got to know Tom and his vision for the team and seeing the situation, it was a tremendous opportunity that I couldn't let pass by.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio, SiriusXM 91, and the SiriusXM app.
Hockey lives here.
Suzuki sweeps it. There's a chance. Reno Caulfield shoots and scores.
NHL play-by-play on SiriusXM.
First intermission here at TD Garden. Bruins and the Avalanche are scoreless. Lots of other games on this Saturday around the NHL, but all of them are later. It's a 4 o'clock start out in Edmonton, where the Oilers will play host to the Buffalo Sabres today. Seattle Kraken at home this afternoon for a 4 o'clock Eastern time start as well against the Pittsburgh Penguins. The other games are all tonight, 7 o'clock. Montreal hosting New Jersey. Canadians now 4 games above 500 and very much alive in the playoff hunt right now. The Toronto Maple Leafs will visit the Ottawa Senators on Hockey Night in Canada tonight. The Detroit Red Wings at home against the Lightning. That game gets underway at 7 o'clock, as well as the Blues hosting the Dallas Stars. LA Kings are in Columbus to take on the Blue Jackets tonight at 7. And a 7 o'clock Eastern time start with the Wild taking on the Calgary Flames out in Minnesota. The Carolina Hurricanes are expected to have Mikko Rantanen and Taylor Hall in uniform tonight as they travel to take on the New York Islanders about a little less than 24 hours after that trade happened last night. And then the late starts, 10 p.m. Eastern time. The Vancouver Canucks host the Washington Capitals. The Nashville Predators on the road to take on the Anaheim Ducks. And the Florida Panthers continue their West Coast road trip tonight in San Jose against the Sharks, also at 10 p.m. Eastern time start. Bruins and the Colorado Avalanche scoreless after 1 here at TD Garden. We'll have the second period coming up on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
We could tell you what it's like to drive the Nissan Rogue and tell you all about its performance capabilities, like its VC turbo engine. It's I can go virtually anywhere type of freedom. Nice. But you don't have to take our word for it. Go drive it for yourself. You're up. Experience the power of the Nissan Rogue.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Get 2.9% financing for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. For well-qualified buyers, 2.9% APR financing for 60 months on new 2025 Rogue and dealer stock. Example, 0 down payment. 60 months financing at $17.92 per month per 1,000 financed. Actual down payment may vary, subject to residency restrictions and NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 2/3/25.
Hey, DQ fans, get 2 single cheeseburgers for $5 or 2 double cheeseburgers for just $7 with the DQ Cheeseburger Lovers Deal. Only for limited time at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
Town Fair Tire, the area's largest independent tire dealer, has prices so low you can't say no. The guaranteed lowest price on Toyo Celsius tires. But there's even more. Town Fair gives you more free services than any other tire dealer on every Toyo Celsius tire. 2 unbeatable deals on Toyo Celsius tires that you won't find, no, you can't find anywhere else. Because nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
The wait is almost over.
This crowd is ready for hockey.
The world's best players take the ice to compete for their country. International Best on Best Hockey comes to Boston as Bruin stars Brad Marchand of Team Canada and Charlie McAvoy of Team USA compete to see which hockey nation will reign. Canada, Finland, Sweden, USA. The Four Nations face-off. Get your tickets today.
Boston Bruins hockey is brought to you by Timberline Construction. Just like the pros, success in the commercial construction industry requires a strong, smart team with a no-exceptions commitment to excellence. Learn more at TimberlineConstruction.com. Timberline Construction. Exceptional. No exceptions.
Whether you're putting together a hockey team or Ford's award-winning lineup of SUVs, a great team starts with the right players. Like the iconic Ford Bronco Sport. It not only looks great, but its 4x4 capability means it can handle just about any kind of weather. And the rugged Ford Explorer with seating for 7 and room for all your gear. Check out the full lineup of award-winning Ford SUVs at your New England Ford dealers today. Proud partner of the Boston Bruins.
The Peterson School has been a leader in teaching the trade since 1946 and is now enrolling for their spring semester in Woburn, Westwood, Worcester, and Haverhill. Visit petersonschool.com to learn more. The Peterson School, they teach the trades.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
The latest news of the night.
Svechnikov and now Hamilton. Back for Andre. He's in for a shot. He scores!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Bruins and Avalanche scoreless after one period. We're joined by Bruins defenseman Michael Callahan downstairs. Your third NHL game. Tell me a little bit about the first two and what you've kind of learned about playing at this level.
Yeah, I mean, getting some experience up here is great. First couple games, I think, went pretty well. As a team, we kind of played some strong team defense and fortunately got wins in both, which is great.
You're facing a Colorado Avalanche team that's got a lot of speed. How do you combat that defensively today?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're flying out there right now, and we just got to manage the puck a bit better. Where some turnovers in the neutral zone are costing us. They're coming back at us with a lot of speed. Defensively, we just got to keep our gaps up and play them hard in the D zone.
So as you guys come off an important win the other night over Ottawa, what was the talk in the locker room before the game coming into this one about how you try to carry that momentum forward?
Yeah, it was really positive. I mean, I think we played a really strong team game against Ottawa. Our details were really strong in all three zones, and the mindset going into today is just to keep that going the same way. I think our details were a little sloppy that period, but we'll look to right them in the second here.
Thanks very much for the time. Good luck in the second period.
Thank you.
Bruins defenseman Michael Callahan, brought to you by TD Bank. TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. As we open up the second period in a scoreless game, Bruins will go from right to left on offense, and they get the puck deep here right away. Pasternak in the right wing corner, far side. Gave it to Zacha, but his pass back toward the point, picked off by Drouin and brought ahead by Necas. McKinnon couldn't handle a pass in his direction, angled out of the zone, and McCarr will come back to get it here for Boston. Pasternak disrupted a pass through the neutral zone, but it came right to Necas. Tried to set up McKinnon for a one-timer, had to settle the puck instead. Taves now out near the blue line.
Yeah, just a little in front of him.
Here's McKinnon with a shot in the left circle and the save by Swayman. He dives on top of the puck.
You pick up a guy in a big trade, and you immediately put Necas and McKinnon together. You're curious on how it's going to work, and just because it might not work today, in a couple of weeks it might be working great, or you might have to blow it up and go in a different direction. They've been just off a little bit today, right? Like Necas trying to give that puck to him. It's too far ahead for the one-timer. Sometimes And Natchez is, a budding star as well, but we play with a superstar like somebody like McKinnon. Sometimes it's hard to read off of him sometimes.
Well, we heard that, from Geeky talking about playing with Pasternak during the pregame today as Carlo throws one wide to the Avalanche.
They think
net.
the game at a different level, another level. And
the turnover, Patra got it to Coyle, but taken off his stick and out the other way come the Avalanche. Up ahead to the Boston line. Drop pass for Middlestat. Coming toward the slot. Shot blocked by Callahan. Callahan will send the feet up ice here for Marchand, and Patra just across the line. On the left wing circle. Patra pivots toward the boards. It's surrounded there by 3 white sweaters. Avalanche will push the puck out of the zone. Up ice they come. Dropped off right circle. Score! Arturi Lehkonen just inside the far post. Beats Swayman's stick side. It's 1-0 Colorado.
It's a quick release, right? I mean, he gets this shot off quickly from the right wing circle. A little bit of space on this play. The Bruins protecting the middle, but that's going to give Lehkonen the puck over on that right side, and he takes the shot. He's a left shot coming down the right side, and he lets it go right at the dot. And this one it's a perfect shot just off the post and in past the blocker side of Swayman. But as soon as the puck carry starts to go to the middle, Callahan he takes that one step there, and then it's back to Lehkonen over on the right. And he wasn't going to be able to get to the net, but he gets time and space to let that shot go. And the release.
We had talked about Lehkonen in the first period. That's his 19th goal of the season. Wotherspoon will get the puck deep into the attack zone here. Lindholm got knocked down along the far boards, and then the puck came out of the zone, brought back in offside.
First goal that the Bruins have allowed in quite a while.
So Lehkonen now 2 shy of his career high, which was set a couple of seasons ago. He had 21 and 51 points. 19 goals and 8 assists so far this season. He had a 4-point game just a couple of games back against Dallas. Had 2 goals and 2 assists in that. Bruins will get the puck deep here. Closing it on 2 minutes gone in this first period. Comes back around behind the Avalanche net. Malinsky will deal it up ice. Lorai was engaged in the neutral zone with O'Connor. He's behind the net. Parker Wotherspoon will set up from there. Boston going right to left here in the second period. Wotherspoon with a long pass to Lindholm. Now to Frederick. Carries into the zone. Got tangled with Lettieri as they tried to crisscross. Lettieri spun it in behind the net toward the near corner, but Lindholm held off it by Keaton Middleton. Still they battle in the corner. Brazo helps that puck out as he tried to get it toward the slot. Drury was there to take away. Lifted out into the neutral ice. That forward here by Brazo. Middleton in the corner, pressured by Max Jones. Both of them go down. Jones from his seat of his pants, able to push that on to Brazo. Drury knocked away by Beecher. Get back to the point. Misfired by Peak. And now up ice comes Colton in a hurry. Colton coming toward the slot. Had that puck get away from him as he was challenged along the near circle. Peak out of the far corner. Runs out of space in a hurry. Puck taken away by Taves. He sends it down low. Centering pass.
This is the way Colorado defends. It's just their quickness. That Peak turns to make a play. He's got a man right in front of him. He tries to go up the right wing side. The defenseman jumps that and steps in and plays that puck. It's defending, and that's defending all the way down in Boston zone, right? That's not even defending in their own zone. When you don't have the puck, you're defending no matter where you are on the ice. And Colorado, it's their speed to disrupt you. They're not a physical team. They're not going to run you through the boards, but they're going to use that speed. And
Kinnan wins the draw here, and McCarr's shot, partially blocked by Geeky, went wide.
I mean, I don't have the Bruins down for a grade A opportunity yet.
They only had 5 shots total in the first period. Up the near boards in the Colorado zone. Callahan sent one back toward the net. Off the far wall. Pasternak sent behind the net to Geeky. Sends it back to the left point now to Callahan. His shot gets blocked in front by Natchez. And
part of it's the execution by the Bruins. They had some opportunities with some numbers in that first period and weren't able to connect on passes.
Natchez along the left circle. Back to McKinnon. Over to Taves for a one-timer. Save made by Swayman. McCarr from the right circle. Sent one across. And Carlo got a stick on that. Natchez was waiting on that left circle. Taves gives to McCarr down the right circle. Sent one in front. That redirected into the air.
Talk about unpredictable.
Naka gets the outlet ahead to Geekie. He sends a backhander in wide of Wedgwood. Comes out to play it. Geekie went crashing into the end boards trying to pick that puck off. Nachos goes a long way across the ice for Drouin, but he's relieved of the puck by Wotherspoon. Lorai sends Patra through the center circle. Down the left wing circle he comes. Stops in the near corner. Looking to deal the puck. Middlestat takes away with some help from Taves. On the near wall, Lorai pinching in against Lehkonen. Middlestat got it to the blue line, but not out. Marchand over to Wotherspoon, who skates onto it. Off the boards for Marchand. And knocked away from him and out of the zone by Middlestat. Lorai carries across the red line and slips a check to get across the blue.
Manson's the one guy that will hit you. He tried to stand Lorai up.
Near corner, Marchand. Around behind the net to the far corner. Taves, long outlet pass. Redirected deep here by Lehkonen. Avalanche changing. 5:15 gone in the first period. Colorado has the 1-0 lead. Volleyed back toward the Boston blue line. Settled there by Lorai. Zadorov from the near face-off circle. Skates it out to the blue line. Dumped it ahead. Redirected deep. Lettieri, right wing corner. Frederick along the end board trying to keep that alive. Now Lettieri has it back on his stick. Poked free by Girard. And the puck will come free to Parker Kelly, bringing through the neutral zone. Left side, here's Chris Wagner. To the back of the net. Zadorov poked it toward the near corner.
You say Wagner hit you too.
Yeah. Boston fans know that pretty well. Up the right side, the pass comes to Trent Frederick, and he'll work his way ahead along with Lettieri. Frederick got it to Lettieri, right wing side. Around the boards it comes to Elias Lindholm. To the bottom of the near circle. Deals it back to Callahan to the left point. Trying to throw one to the front. Blocked by Drury. Came to Brazo, and his shot just to the left.
Well, they better, in terms of generating.
Here's Brazo off a turnover. Throws one to the net. Save made by Wedgwood.
Looking for a rebound, and they got it.
Jones wiped out in pursuit of that rebound.
I was just going to say, we haven't had a penalty yet, and it's not the type of game that looks like you're going to get one.
Right.
Unless somebody hooks somebody or trips somebody, but it's...
Jones along the near side boards, able to push one around McCarr. McCarr coming back into the near corner. Beecher has it blocked up against Drury. Zadorov pinching in along the near boards. Brazo. Now McCarr takes one out of the zone. Pass up ice. Ricocheted right onto Colton. Drury drilled along the far side by Peak.
Yeah, Zadorov had a hit in the first. Now Peak with that hit.
Achos with a takeaway. Skates it behind the Bruins net. Off the near board, trying to get it back to the point. Forced out by Geekie. Achos all the way back inside his own zone. Traded from Carolina last night, in uniform today. Martin Achos. Kinnan. Pulled back from the Boston blue line. Dropped it back to Manson. Up the right side. Drouin. Right off a check from Zadorov. Bruins have the puck back. Zaka working his way through the neutral zone. Right wing pass for Pasternak.
Back check all the way. McKinnon taking that away.
Now here's Nachos coming back toward the Boston line. Lorai gets position on him to win that puck. Sends it around in front of the Colorado bench. Kept in the zone by Malinsky. Into the far corner, Drouin against Wotherspoon. Middlestat tapped it free. Back to Taves to the point. Tried to get a cross ice pass for Malinsky, but overshot him. Malinsky able to keep it alive, though, against Geekie. And Wotherspoon along the end boards will play it off the wall to Pasternak. Zaka, pass right up the middle here to Geekie. Gets it into the Colorado zone. Heads off on a change. 11:35 left here in the second. Colorado leading by one. Malinsky's pass up the gut. Here's Lehkonen trying to center one. That one tipped back toward the blue line, but kept alive. Middlestat, right circle. Over to the left point for Taves. His shot hit the post.
Threw a screen in front. Swayman never saw it.
Marchand outlets it for Lorai, and he'll dump it in from the red line. Taves reverses it back around the near side of the Avalanche zone. Beckett coming through neutral ice. Will send one in towards Swayman. Get away from the side of the net. And Carlo in behind.
Let's see if they can do better on this setup breakout.
Carlo going to wrap it all the way up the boards to the red line for Patra. He hands off to Callahan cutting through the neutral zone. Callahan skates into the zone and sends the puck around to the right wing corner for Lettieri. Lettieri's pass off of Frederick came free to Lindholm for a shot, and Wedgwood made the stop.
It's their first shot of the period, and it was a good one.
10:38 to go here in the second. Avalanche have grabbed the 1-0 lead here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Be a lifeline for Southern California by supporting the Red Cross wildfire relief effort. The American Red Cross is on the front lines, providing emergency shelter, food, water, and medical support to those affected. Together, we can make a difference. To donate, please visit redcross.org, call 1-800-RED-CROSS, or text CA Wildfires to 90999. That's redcross.org, 1-800-RED-CROSS, or text CA Wildfires to 90999.
It's soccer's most thrilling league.
Only the Premier League can make you feel like this.
And now every match is on the SiriusXM app.
Can you believe it?
From the title race.
This is remarkable.
Keeps this title charge on track, surely.
To the relegation fight.
The impossible may still be possible.
Hear every English Premier League match on the SiriusXM app and talk about all the EPL drama on SiriusXM FC 157 and the SiriusXM app.
The UEFA Champions League is back on SiriusXM FC, and this year it's bigger than ever.
Absolutely ridiculous from Real Madrid. Merseyside magic from Mo Salah.
Now with more matches featuring soccer's most iconic clubs as they battle it out for European supremacy.
What a start for Inter.
Haaland scored the hat-trick.
From the league phase to the final, the Champions League is on SiriusXM FC 157 and the all-new SiriusXM app.
Mark your calendars to register for Girls Learn to Play, presented by Pure Hockey, Wednesday, February 5th at noon. The Boston Bruins program is returning this spring to help girls ages 5 to 10 who are aspiring youth hockey players to develop their skills. For more information, head to bostonbruins.com/Girls Learn to Play. Got 10:38 to go here in the second period. Colorado with a 1-0 lead. Face-off coming up in the offensive zone here for the Bruins. Geeky to take the draw. Puck forced toward the front of the net by Zacha. Taken and lifted out of the zone by Logan O'Connor. Geeky back checking against Drury. Puck jumped up and knocked down off of Wotherspoon. Locked up along the far boards. We'll come back to Manson at the point. His shot blocked by Lorai down on one knee in front of the net. Hit the referee in the far corner. Drury got it behind the Bruins net. Off the near wall. It'll come to Manson again at the right point. Brought back out toward the blue line by Colton. One in behind the net. Wotherspoon will chase it into the far corner. Lifts it high up off the glass and out into neutral ice. Colton near the red line. Played it back across the ice, but Mason Lorai right there to take away. Pass to Pasternak to the attacking blue line. He'll spin it in behind Wedgwood, who comes out of the net to play it. Wedgwood has faced 7 shots through the first half of this game. McKinnon moving it in toward the high slot. Took the shot just wide on the stick side of Swayman.
We got a nice pick that time by O'Connor. O'Connor just drove right through the D. That was Zadorov trying to eliminate him and allows McKinnon to get into a better shooting position.
Clearing effort by Lettieri came bouncing across the ice. McCarr wraps it back around the board. Now to McKinnon on that far side. Drouin ricocheted one off a body in front in towards Swayman. He'll cover it up.
Avidia Bank is teaming up with Boston legend Patrice Bergeron again this season for Assist for Kids to donate $37,000 to help Metro West families pay for youth hockey. Get details now at avidiabank.com/Team Bergeron.
Avalanche lead 1-0, 9:13 to go here in the second on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Plus, get incredible value from the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
Hi, this is Trent Frederick, and I'm excited to team up with the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families this year. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season to help score a goal, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors initiative will donate funds to end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive. Locally, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation will be enabling a donation of $100 every time we feed the puck for a goal to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger, up to $50,000. To learn more about feeding the puck for families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Plus, get incredible value from the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
9:13 to go here in the second period. Colorado with a 1-0 lead. Arturi Lehkonen with his 19th of the year from Parsonen and Middlestadt. 90 seconds into this second period is the only tally so far. Shots are 17-7 in favor of the Avalanche. As here's Taves with a shot. Blocked by Coyle. It broke his stick. At the blue line, Taves able to keep it in. Got it behind the net for McKinnon. He and Zadorov racing toward the far corner. Zadorov knocks him down to his knees. Coyle backhands it out to the blue line with a new stick. Can't get it out of the zone. Centering pass. Broken up. Pinballed around in front. But taken by Peak, and he hammers it up the near boards and out. But sent right back to the blue line by Drouin. Peak able to deny the effort of Nachos and lifted deep here by Zadorov. In behind the Colorado net it goes. Taves under pressure. Plays it away from Coyle. McCarr with a long pass into the neutral ice. McKinnon drops it off for Nachos along the right wing boards. Nachos sends it back down toward the corner, but picked off there by Callahan. Up the wall, kept in. Malinsky throws one wide of Swayman. Far side corner, McKinnon dealing with the broken stick from Coyle a moment ago. It's Malinsky now out at the point. His shot partially blocked in front. Swayman covers it at the top of the crease.
Now, just watching, McCarr, he's got the puck in his own zone. He moves a little bit to the middle, and he just zips that pass right up, through a stick, through a skate, tape to tape, onto McKinnon's backhand. And McKinnon picks it up on the backhand. It's another kind of. There are guys that can do it, don't get me wrong, but it's just, they do it on a consistent basis. And it's done at a high level all the time.
Carr had a career-high 90 points last year. He's on pace for 89 coming in today. And as you mentioned earlier, he leads the league among defensemen with 16 goals. That's a 27-goal pace. Look directed back deep here into Boston territory down to our right. Carlo took a hit in the corner. Puck will come back in his direction. Middlestadt grabs it behind the net. Sends it back to the far point. Middleton, a one-timer, misfired off into the near corner. Avalanche still maintaining possession here with 7:35 to go in the period. Shot knocked down in front. Carlo out of the far corner. Angles it to Brazo. Took the hit to move the puck. Max Jones from the red line dumps in. Boston initiates a change. Back around toward the near side and out of the zone. It'll come back toward Wotherspoon inside the Boston blue line. Zacha gives it right back to Wotherspoon. Pasternak gets one just inside the blue line. Overshot Zacha with a pass attempt, though.
That's another example, right? Yep. Entering the zone, trying to make that play, and just you're off.
Deep here in the Boston zone. Walleye ridden to the boards by Kiviranta. Kiviranta able to come free with that puck along the far side. Pivoting with it was Girard, and lost it out of the zone. Geeky knocked down in the neutral ice. Zacha giving chase, but the Avalanche will regain the puck. Now Girard nearly ran into Manson. Nearly turned the puck over. Instead, Avalanche able to regain, and Wagner will send it deep. Under 6.5 to play here in the period. Bruins have struggled to get much going offensively in this one at all.
Yeah, they took a shot away.
We're back down to 6.
That's what we thought they were. Just Lindholm's shot in this period.
Right.
That's it.
Here's Coyle moving down the right wing circle, going around behind the Avalanche net, trying to get one in front for Patra. But forced back in behind. Patra down against Drury going into the far corner.
And Patra had that chicken wing on his stick.
Here's Peak with a shot. That hit a body in front.
Good battle in front between Manson and Marchand. That hurt Manson, that shot.
Manson trying to clear the puck here and does. O'Connor will bring it up the right wing side for Colorado. Centering feed broken up by Zadorov. Lifted back down toward the corner by Drury. Zadorov skates it up through the neutral zone. Carries it across the line. Down the left circle, takes the shot. Wedgwood cradles that against his body for the whistle. 5:30 to go here in the second. It's the Avalanche 1 and the Bruins nothing on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V. It's your local Honda dealer.
Whether you're putting together a hockey team or Ford's award-winning lineup of SUVs, a great team starts with the right players. Like the iconic Ford Bronco Sport. It not only looks great, but its 4x4 capability means it can handle just about any kind of weather. And the rugged Ford Explorer with seating for 7 and room for all your gear. Check out the full lineup of award-winning Ford SUVs at your New England Ford dealers today. Proud partner of the Boston Bruins.
Did you or a loved one serve in the military? You could be eligible for veteran health care at little to no cost. Simply visit va.gov or call 800-MY-VA-411. That's va.gov or 800-MY-VA-411.
Ever notice that OW is the beginning of owner? If you run a small business, you get it. From power outages to equipment failures to delivery mishaps. There's only so much you can control. Fortunately, that includes talking to an independent agent about safety insurance. Safety's competitive property and liability coverage provides protection from business interruptions, equipment breakdowns, and many other business ownership issues. Safety insurance will help you manage life's storms.
Right now at Wendy's, get 2 faves for $7. The spicier classic chicken sandwich, Dave's single, or 10-piece nugs. 2 faves for just $7? Gotta be Wendy's.
At participating Wendy's for a limited time only. Select a request 2 for $7 deal to redeem. Not valid in a combo or with saucy nugs. Single item at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
Five and a half minutes to go in the second period. Bruins down 1-0 here to Colorado. I'm going to go back to the point you made a few minutes ago about Colorado, even in the offensive zone when they don't have the puck, the speed that they have, just you hear players all the time talking about taking away time and space. The Bruins just have no time and no space to do much of anything.
Well, when they haven't executed well, though.
Right.
It's, the first period, they had some rushes coming through the neutral zone. They had some space coming through the neutral zone. And, how many passes hit skates, how many passes were behind guys. I want to give Colorado full marks. They've given up 7 shots to this point. None of them are really grade A's. Lindholm was the closest one. And 2 shots this period. The second one just came from Zadorov from outside the dot.
Here's Pasternak with a shot, but that's not going to count.
Yeah. So you give Colorado credit, yes, but Boston has not found their legs here in this game. It's a far cry from what we saw the other day against Ottawa.
Completely different feel to this right now.
Yeah, you're only down 1.
Right. Yeah, 1 shot can change the complexion of this game as Pasternak gets one through to Wedgwood, who made the stick save. It's his second shot on goal in this game. Here's Pasternak, high slot, shot blocked by Makar, and he's hurting after that one. Off the near board, Zadorov at the blue line, forced out by Nechas, and Peak skates back to get the puck. Geekie hands off to Zacha, rather. Geekie back to Zacha on the right wing circle. Against Makar in the right corner. Makar gets a stick on it. Puck comes out across the blue line. Zadorov deals back to Pasternak. Stick handling his way into the attack zone. Geekie in the near corner. Around the wall it goes. Callahan pinching. Knocked away from him, and McKinnon will bring up ice. Taves joins the rush. Nechas going back across the ice, and puck redirected over the glass out of play.
Good example there, kind of deferring a little bit, right? Nechas trying to fake the shot and go all the way across in the left wing circle, looking for McKinnon there, and Bruins with a good stick, but he's in a good shooting position. Fans, hockey season is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Down by a goal, here are the Bruins. 4:38 to play here in the second period. Face-off win in the defensive zone by Elias Lindholm. He is now 9-2 on draws today. Get the puck deep here. Wedgwood comes out to play it. Wrapped around the far boards. Kicked off a couple of skates and out into the neutral ice. Parssinen pushed it forward. Carlo denied entry. Lehkonen will play it toward that far side. Parssinen down the left wing corner. Shoved into the wall by Letteri. Carlo getting a stick in on it as well. Letteri trying to move it. Instead, it's Lehkonen who gets it free. Middlestat got it back to Parssinen in the corner. A reverse hit on Letteri, who then wrestles him off the puck, and the Bruins will get it cleared. And it maybe hit somebody on the bench on the way out of the zone.
I think so. Yeah, Letteri, he wasn't going to go down, right? He tried to make that hit. Parsson's a big guy. And he sticks that back right into Letteri, and Letteri stayed with him.
Terry in his 6th game since the call-up from Providence. Got a couple of goals. I like what he's brought to the team here over the last couple of weeks. Put him up in different roles, but he's regularly been getting shifts with some of the big boys on this team. It's fit in well. Peak plays off the near boards, and Marchand gets it out of the zone. Carr able to hold off Coyle at the Colorado blue line, and then we get a whistle and an offside here against Boston. 3:45 to go in the period.
They had Lindholm out there just for that defensive zone faceoff. You mentioned what he's been doing so far. And
we've got him 10-2 right now. Bruins overall have won almost 61% of the faceoffs in this game.
Well, possession off the faceoff has not helped them to this point.
Oh. And now the Avalanche going to get whistled for an off. Interesting to see going forward that Avalanche do have some cap space available to them as they head closer to the trade deadline. How they'll choose to use that to improve their depth. In the East, Carolina taking a big swing, bringing in Rantanen and Taylor Hall. Marchand moves one out into the neutral zone. Patra lost his edge as he tried to wait for the puck. Here's Nachos off a cross-ice feed. Steps across the Boston line, drops it off. McKinnon sent one in front. Ricocheted off a skate and maybe off Swayman as well. And the Bruins get the puck out. Carr's pass to the blue line picked off here by Peak. He'll dump one in toward Wedgwood. Patra took one away along the near boards and centered for Brazo.
He's in his feet.
Coming right down the slot, just didn't connect. Taves denies Max Jones an entry. Wotherspoon back in his own zone. 2:40 to play in the period as Beecher will chip and chase. Wedgwood on the end boards, taken back by Beecher. He goes toward the far circle. Deals back to Wotherspoon for a shot. That one kicked aside.
It's one of the first times they've gotten in after a dump in and really got that forecheck where they picked up the puck, forced a turnover.
Drury hit along the near boards by Wotherspoon. He's down on top of the puck. Wotherspoon able to clear it out to the red line. Dump back around the boards. Wotherspoon waits for it in the near corner. Drury got a stick on it. Now Wotherspoon in the corner against Colton. Hansen from the point. Shot blocked by Jones and kicks out of the zone. Avalanche looking to get it right back deep, but that pass missed O'Connor, and that'll be an icing against Colorado. Just under 2 minutes to play in the period.
Yeah, I mean, simple, right? A soft dump into the corner, and Beecher uses his speed. Him and Jones come from either side. Jones from the right and Beecher from the left, and Beecher's going to get to this puck first. You know, you've got Wedgwood back there playing it, but Beecher's going to get to that puck, and then they can rotate it out high through the seam out to the left point and get the shot at least the way it is. They just have not established that forecheck enough here today.
Face off in the near circle down to our left. There's a stalemate.
There's
now
a penalty.
We have a penalty coming up here against Boston. O'Connor trying to move that puck out of the zone, went down.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Pasternak for a trip.
So with 1:51 to go in the second, Avalanche will get their first power play and the first power play of the game. It is a trip on Pasternak.
And it's a good call. It's another offensive zone penalty, unfortunately, for the Bruins. He's reaching for the puck, but he gets his stick in between the feet there of O'Connor.
Colorado's power play, you mentioned, not quite
strange.
what you'd expect as far as numbers go in the year. They're 19th in the league at just over 20%. They are 1 for their last 24 over the previous 9 games. Sidorov sends one behind the Bruins net. Nate Jost going to hold it in. First game of the Avalanche, and he joins this power play unit as Sidorov now will send one all the way down ice. McCarr from back in his own zone. He'll give to Drouin, and in turn he gives to McKinnon, skating through neutral ice.
It's instant entry.
One guy faster than the other. Drouin right wing circle, gets things set up. Here's McCarr at the blue line. Over to McKinnon at the left circle. Down low, Nate Jost. Back over to McKinnon. Nate Jost, side of the net, peels it back toward the corner. Brings it along the hash marks. Here's McKinnon backing his way toward the front of the net. And the shot knocked aside by Swayman. Lifted over the head of Drouin in the near corner, and a chance for Lindholm to clear. He's carrying up ice and just missed Zacha, who was splitting between the two guys back.
He had to get the pass past McCarr. McCarr was there in the middle. He was reading the pass.
Carr, quick pass over to the left wing side. Mekinen lost it. Marchand will wheel it back through the neutral zone. Coming down the right wing side against McCarr. Stops along the hash marks and passes all the way back into the neutral zone for Wotherspoon. 32 seconds left in the period. Power play will carry over just briefly into the second if they don't score. Here's Coyle on the left wing circle, going to the side of the net, and in behind, takes it around the far side and then wipes out. Puck came careening through the slot, taken by Girard, moving up ice here for the Avalanche with 15 to go in the period. Over to Middlestead, to Drouin, who then got spun away from it. Colton going to carry back down the right wing side. He and Wotherspoon go into the corner. Wotherspoon had lost his stick.
Because Colton had a hold of it.
Yeah, I know. The Avalanche won't get another shot off before the end of the period. And they will have 9 seconds of power play time to open up the third period, and they will have a 1-0 lead when the third period commences as well. We'll be back to recap the first 2 periods here at TD Garden coming up on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V. It's your local Honda deal.
Brought to you by the Lexus TX. Whether you're a passenger princess, a new set of twins, or even the family dog, everyone travels in luxurious comfort in the Lexus TX.
Playoffs? We talking about playoffs? You bet we are. And get on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Scoring touchdowns is key to winning in the playoffs. And the key to you scoring big is betting on them at DraftKings, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score 6. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. New DraftKings customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the promo code SPORTSUP. That's promo code SPORTSUP for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
Hope is here. Call 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Your local Nissan dealers. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store at nissanusa.com. And Dairy Queen. DQ fans, kick off your favorite game with a sauced and tossed chicken strip basket. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy taste good. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team. Hey, DQ fans, get 2 of your favorite single cheeseburgers for $5 or 2 double cheeseburgers for just $7 with the DQ Cheeseburger Lovers Deal. Go quick, this won't last long. Only for a limited time at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game so you can catch all the action live. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/NHL.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance, plus plenty of room inside. Start your journey in a brand new vehicle. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CRV.
See dealer for financing details.
Dropped off right circle, score! Arturi Lehkonen just inside the far post. Beats Swayman's stick side. It's 1-0 Colorado.
That is the Timberline Construction amazing play of the day so far, presented by Timberline Construction, providing truly exceptional service in construction management, pre-construction, design, build, and due diligence support. Learn more at timberlineconstruction.com. Timberline Construction, exceptional, no exceptions. Ryan Johnston, Bob Beers back here at TD Garden. 1-0. Avalanche lead after 1. We talk about wanting to be a glass half full. Down 1 after 2 periods of not much offense. I can look at that as a glass half full right now. As we were saying a few minutes ago, one shot could change the complexion of this game.
Yeah, still got a little, not much time to kill. 9 seconds. He's done a nice job killing that penalty. McKinnon had a little opportunity as he backed his way in, but other than that, they didn't give up much during the, while shorthanded. But they've generated next to nothing offensively. The Bruins have. It's just they've not had a gear to kind of get themselves going, and yet you only trail by 1 going into the third period. If you can find that gear coming into the third, yeah, it makes a big difference. They're single digit right now in shots. Shots that have been blocked and then shots that have missed the net. 8, 9, and 9. It's just there's not a lot going on in the offensive end, and the ones, those saves that Wedgwood has had to make have been, they're just routine saves for a goaltender. Yeah. There's been nothing. There's been no highlight save for either goaltender, really.
Right.
Swayman's had to make a few, but nothing spectacular. Colorado hasn't really had it going either offensively. I'm watching McKinnon and Nachos, and they might become a fantastic pair, but right now they're way off. Nachos is trying to defer and give that puck to him. He's tried 3 times, 4 times, and missed his mark trying to get that puck over to Nathan McKinnon. So that might take a little while to forge that chemistry, but I just think from the Bruins standpoint that they don't have that gear. When they've had time and space, they have not completed the pass. It's been in skates. It's been behind guys. They've hit skates from the Avalanche players. It's just they have not been able to find that skating that they need, to compete with a team that can skate. Colorado's not going to hit you very much. There's a couple guys there that'll finish their hits, but they're not an overly physical team. We just told you what the penalty minutes were earlier. Nathan McKinnon leads them in penalty minutes with 27. 27. Zadorov has over 100.
Right.
It's like, and he's their leading scorer, and he's the leading penalty minute. 27. They don't play that type of game. They skate, and you've got to be able to skate to keep up with them and to make plays when you do have the puck. Otherwise, they're just going to take away all your time and space. You're not going to be able to make those plays. It's just, and it's been frustrating because when they have had opportunities, especially more so in the first period maybe than the second period, there was a chance where the pass was in Brazo's feet there in the second period. If it's on his tape coming down the slot, he might be able to get a good chance away. But it's in his feet, can't handle it. First period was, Try to make a pass, hit a skate. Try to make a pass, Colorado knocks it out of the air, knocks it down. Try to make a pass, it's behind somebody. It's been that kind of game. It's been a little bit of a frustrating game. Nothing like the feel we had the other day against the Ottawa Senators in terms of that sense of urgency and that sense of intensity. So you got to play different games. You got to play different games in different ways. If your glass is half full, one shot, right? One shot. You keep defending the way that you are. Lekkonen's goal was pretty good setup, good shot. You hope Swayman can come up with it, but it's a good shot by a guy that can score. He's got 19 goals now on the season. And sometimes you just kind of tip your hat to the shooter, which I kind of did there. He got some time and space. Parson was able to move to the middle, draw the defense with him, and then drop it off for Lekkonen to give him that room to get the shot away. But so the Bruins have defended pretty well. But it's been, I know Swayman had to make one big save early in the game, but they have generated nothing offensively that Wedgwood has had to make a hard save on.
Is there anything in particular you can do when you have a team that has the speed advantage the way Colorado does to back them off at all and give yourself
your own
a little
speed.
bit more?
Your own speed. They had opportunities in the first period, more so in the first than the second. Second, as this period went on, they got nothing really though, nothing to speak of.
Yeah.
And it's off the rush. They've generated nothing in that. I thought that they had opportunities in the first to generate some good looks off the rush, and they just went away.
Well, 2 periods complete, and the Bruins trailing 1-0 here to Colorado at TD Garden. Time now for our Music of the Game, brought to you by Live Nation. Jason Aldean and Brooks and Dunn together for one night only, live at Fenway Park on Friday, May 30th. Get tickets now at livenation.com. We'll take a look at a busy day around the NHL when we come back here on our second intermission on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
This week on Let's Go with Bill Belichick, Max Crosby, Peter King, and me, Jim Gray. We've got Tom Brady here.
Baltimore had a great season, but it comes to a screeching halt when you don't do some of the things they've done so well all season. That's playoff football.
The Ravens aren't saying, well, we got beat by Buffalo, they really outplayed us. I think they're saying we had some easy opportunities and we just screwed them up.
Listen to the extended version of Let's Go, now available exclusively on the all-new SiriusXM app.
The heartthrobs and the hair, the bad girls and the boy bands, plus guitars, lots of guitars. Oh, and the original MTV VJs.
Mark Goodman, Nita Blackwood, and myself, Alan Hunter.
If it was big in the 80s, it's on 80s on 8. And listen at home on Alexa, Google Home, smart TVs, and everywhere on the SiriusXM app.
4 teams remain on the road to Super Bowl 59. It all starts with the NFC Championship when the Washington Commanders take on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Touchdown! Saquon Barkley!
And then it's the AFC Championship when the Buffalo Bills take on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mahomes tries to throw late on touchdown!
Hear coverage leading up to Championship Sunday and post-game reaction and interviews on NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Hockey 24/7 on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio.
Playing in the Four Nations face-off for Team USA, Connor Hellebuck.
How do you feel about getting a chance to play for USA?
The type of hockey it's going to be fun. There's going to be some high-pressure games. You're going to be putting your country's jersey on. You're representing your country. I think we're going to have a great fan base around us, and I'm really looking forward to what it brings.
SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91. And on your schedule with the SiriusXM app.
Ray Hudson here with an important announcement. You can listen to your favourite SiriusXM FC shows on the all-new SiriusXM app, now available for all subscribers.
Avalanche have a 1-0 lead here at TD Garden after 2 periods of play. Lots of other games on this Saturday around the NHL, but all of them are later. It's a 4 o'clock start out in Edmonton, where the Oilers will play host to the Buffalo Sabres today. Seattle Kraken at home this afternoon for a 4 o'clock Eastern time start as well against the Pittsburgh Penguins. The other games are all tonight, 7 o'clock. Montreal hosting New Jersey. Canadians now 4 games above 500 and very much alive in the playoff hunt right now. The Toronto Maple Leafs will visit the Ottawa Senators on Hockey Night in Canada tonight. The Detroit Red Wings at home against the Lightning. That game gets underway at 7 o'clock, as well as the Blues hosting the Dallas Stars. LA Kings are in Columbus to take on the Blue Jackets tonight at 7. And a 7 o'clock Eastern Time start with the Wild taking on the Calgary Flames out in Minnesota. Carolina Hurricanes are expected to have Mikko Rantanen and Taylor Hall in uniform tonight as they travel to take on the New York Islanders about a little less than 24 hours after that trade happened last night. And then the late starts, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. The Vancouver Canucks host the Washington Capitals. The Nashville Predators on the road to take on the Anaheim Ducks. And the Florida Panthers continue their West Coast road trip tonight in San Jose against the Sharks, also a 10 p.m. Eastern Time start. And here at TD Garden, 2 periods complete. The Colorado Avalanche have a 1-0 lead over the Bruins. We'll get you ready for the start of the third period coming up on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V. It's your local Honda dealer.
We could tell you what it's like to drive the Nissan Rogue and tell you all about its performance capabilities, like its VC turbo engine. It's I can go virtually anywhere type of freedom. Nice. But you don't have to take our word for it. Go drive it for yourself. You're up. Experience the power of the Nissan Rogue.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Get 2.9% financing for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. For well-qualified buyers, 2.9% APR financing for 60 months on new 2025 Rogue and dealer stock. Example, 0 down payment. 60 months financing at $17.92 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary, subject to residency restrictions and NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 2/3/25.
Waiting for your electrical supplies during the day or sitting in traffic is for the birds. Use the GCE Night Train from Granite City Electric and get access to over $50 million in local inventory with a free guaranteed overnight delivery of your electrical supplies anywhere in New England. So avoid wasting time waiting in line and sitting in traffic. Order by 5 p.m. and you'll have your materials the next morning by 6 a.m. guaranteed. Visit GCENightTrain.com to get on board the GCE Night Train today. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
Hey, it's Patrice Bergeron. When I was young, my parents worked hard to get me everything I needed to play youth hockey. They sacrificed their time and money so I could play the game I loved. That's why I've teamed up with Avita Bank again this season for Assist for Kids to help Metro West families pay for youth hockey. For every Boston Assist, Avita donates $50 up to $30,000, and I will donate $7,000 to make it $37,000 to help more kids. Avita Bank, honest to goodness, member FDIC, member DIF.
Peterson School has been a leader in teaching the trade since 1946 and is now enrolling for their spring semester in Woburn, Westwood, Worcester, and Haverhill. Visit petersonschool.com to learn more. The Peterson School, they teach the trades.
Looking for family fun? Tenny Mountain in New Hampshire has it all. Ski over 100 acres, enjoy the tubing park, and relax in the backcountry bar and grill. Less than 2 hours from Boston, Tenny time is the best time. Visit skitenny.com.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
This is a black and gold flashback.
Marty Murray back the other way, down the right wing through center. Over the Bruin line, dropping it to Roenick. Center and tap, and a great save by Hackett on Janssen. Stumple back up ice. Here's O'Donnell, 2-on-1. Ralston a drive, scores! Brian Ralston picks the far corner. 1-0 Bruins in OT.
Today's Black and Gold flashback taking us back to this date in 2003. Jeff Hackett recording a shutout in his first game as a Bruin, a 1-0 overtime victory against the Flyers. He was the first Bruin to record a shutout in his first Boston game since Jacques Plante did it back in March of 1973. Well, as we get ready for the start of the third period, Bruins trailing 1-0 here on home ice to the Colorado Avalanche. The lone goal in this one, Arturi Lekkonen's 19th of the year from Juuso Parssinen and Casey Mittelstadt, a minute and a half into the second period. The shots through two periods are 19-8 in favor of Colorado. They had a 12-5 edge in the first and a 7-3 advantage in the second period. Scott Wedgwood has made 8 saves on 8 shots. Jeremy Swayman 18 out of 19 at the Bruins end. And we'll see if Boston can come from a goal down here in the third period and generate some offense first and foremost.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to take anything away from him, but Wedgwood hasn't had to do anything.
No.
Jeremy, do you have any highlights from the goaltenders today? Wedgwood? No, he's just shaking Jeremy. One save by Wedgwood. Okay. I don't remember it. And I'm not being a little sarcastic. You know, you have games like this, but they got to find a way right now.
So the Bruins will be shorthanded for the first 9 seconds of the period before Pasternak gets out of the box. This is the only penalty that has been called in this game. Pasternak went off for tripping late in that second period. Bruins will get the puck deep into Colorado territory. That will kill off the remainder of that power play clock. Pasternak steps out of the box. Nachos gets it into the Bruins zone. Zadorov forced the puck wide of the net. It comes around near side. Pasternak's got it. He starts up ice, up the right wing side. Bruins going left to right. Centering pass, and Geekie scores! Just like that! Bruins have tied it at 1.
That's off the rush. That's how you make a pass. And it's that combination again. Pasternak to Geekie. They win a battle inside their own zone. We've got Colorado management next to us. You could just hear them go, no. But Colorado gets back on this play. It's Zacha's going to be the decoy. He goes right down the middle of the ice, and he's going to pull the defense back, and it's going to open the lane, the passing lane from right to left as Pasternak looks and makes this hard pass to Geekie coming down that left side, and Geekie with the one-timer, and it finds its way past Wedgwood.
Goals in 3 straight for Geekie. 5 goals in the last 7 games for him. And the Bruins have evened things up inside of the first minute of the period.
The fans have been dying to get something to cheer about here in this game.
We said it. 1 shot away from changing the complexion of the game. Let's see if they have. Now it's a tie game. Avalanche will get in on the attack here. As a pass picked off by Patra. He's up the left wing side. Patra with some help coming down the middle. Gets ridden hard into the wall by Manson.
Yeah, Manson's going to finish you hard. Patra was not in a good position to protect himself there.
Gerard to Lekkonen along the near boards of the Bruins zone. Played it around Carlo, but Wotherspoon along the end wall. Reversed it toward the near side. Coyle sends over to Marchand along the left wing side. Steps in across the line. Had it pocket picked by Drury. Avalanche come forward here. O'Connor pivoting with a puck. Taken away by Marchand. Elias Lindholm from the red line will drive it deep. With Terry on the far boards, puck jumped past him. Knocked it away from O'Connor. Frederick gets involved in the play as well. Frederick nearly had a lane to the side of the net. Now instead he's got the puck behind. Sent it out in front. Lindholm a chance. It broke through Wedgwood and just wide. And now we got a Avalanche player down.
It's going to be a high stick to the Bruins.
So in a tie game early here in the third, looks as though Avalanche going to go back to the power play.
O'Connor took a high stick right down by the net. You win a battle down low. Frederick's going to center this puck for Lindholm, who gets the shot away from the slow slot. Lettieri battling for it. He gets his stick up on O'Connor, trying to find that loose puck on the rebound. And he got him right in the mouth.
So it's a 2-minute minor to Lettieri. Colorado's power play will get their second opportunity. 0 for 1 today, 1 for their last 25.
O'Connor's checking the chicklets.
Puck comes to Nachos along the left wing circle. Gives it for McKinnon. Pressured by Lindholm. McKinnon peels back toward the blue line. Gives back there to Makar. Makar's shot got through. Swayman right pad save. To the end boards for Nachos. Going behind the Bruins net. Around to Drouin along the far boards. Back to Makar. Drouin again quickly along the right wing hash marks. Minute and a half to go on the power play. Drouin. Lehkonen right back to him. Makar, center of the blue line. Drouin, top of the right circle with Lehkonen in front. He throws one in front, kicked off into the far corner. Zadorov gets the clear.
You know, you give up one shot, one and done, right? One and done, no rebound.
At 10 to go on the Lettieri penalty. Makar dropping it back. Drouin skates it up to the red line. Pass off for McKinnon. Steps in across the line. Nachos top of the right circle to McKinnon down low. He'll pivot in behind the net. To Makar at the blue line. Walks it toward the center. Gives it left circle to McKinnon. Back over to Makar on the right side. Right circle. Drouin. Pulls back toward the half wall. Gives to Nachos to the back of the net. McKinnon again left circle. Centering pass. And
nice job by
Marchand. Taking one away in front from Lehkonen. Coyle coming ahead short-handed here for the Bruins. Working his way to the left wing circle. Trying to shoot. But Makar was right there in front of it. 24 to go in the power play. Nachos comes back here for the Avalanche. Loosen up puck for Colton. Middlestad along the right wing circle. Up top for Taves. Over to the left circle for McKinnon. Faked a one-timer. Has it just outside the dot. Down low Nachos. Right back to McKinnon. Nachos at the side of the net. Sent one through the crease. Knocked away from there by Pete. Lettieri coming out of the box to even things up. McKinnon, left circle, centering pass. Boyle knocked down Colton. Bruins have the puck. Beecher will bring through neutral ice. He was trying to spring Lettieri into the attack zone, but that was knocked away. And they get a whistle. I'm not sure why. Were they offside on that? 4 minutes gone in the third period.
Good kill.
Tie game.
Twice in that slot area. Once by Marchand, and then the second one, they got to, that was Lehkonen who was trying to get that shot away. That was just after the power play had expired. They tried to feather that puck into the middle, that bumper spot for the one-timer, and the Bruins didn't allow it.
Face-off just outside the Colorado zone. 16 minutes even to play here in the third period. It's a 1-1 game. Avalanche will get it deep here with Logan O'Connor sending one down along the end boards. Poked at by Kelly. Into the near corner. Elias Lindholm in there along with Wotherspoon. Kelly able to get it back down deep, but Mason Lohrei, his pass overshot Lindholm, and that's going to carry him all the way down wide of the Avalanche net for an icing.
Fans, Bruins Hockey is brought to you by Timberline Construction, providing truly exceptional service in construction management, pre-construction, design, build, and due diligence support. Learn more at timberlineconstruction.com. Timberline Construction, exceptional, no exception.
Face-off will be deep in Bruins territory here. Boston will have a couple of days off after this one. Head to Buffalo for a matchup against the Sabres on Tuesday night.
Boy, those games become must-wins, right? Teams that are well down in the standings. Certainly must-wins against teams that are around you in the standings, but teams that are well below you.
Got to take advantage of those. As Makar sends one over to the far side, it comes back to Taves at the point. Now a shot from the far side wall by Colton. Swayman scooped that up.
That was a setup play off the face-off, and Colton didn't quite get himself set when Makar was making that initial pass over to him.
Of another defensive zone face-off coming up. Joe Sacko going to bring out Beecher, Brazo, and Jones here. Beecher against Drury on the face-off. Off the draw, Makar at the blue line, tapped it over to Taves. He in turn taps it down into the left wing corner. Colton gloves one down. Taves keeps it into the blue line. Batted out of there and out of the zone. Taves will come back to get it. McCarr with a pass to Colton. Drop back again for Taves. Near side, Drury. Redirected into the Bruins zone. Swayman watches as Lorai comes back behind the net with a puck. Drury took one away. Colton left circle. And Beecher, I think, looked like he got a leg on that shot. Here's McCarr working his way down the blue line toward the near side circle. Crossing pass. Wotherspoon gets a stick on that. McCarr out near the blue line. Handles it right on to Taves. Shot up over the net. Wotherspoon out to Jones. Bruins come ahead here. Beecher trying to split the defense. Taves and McCarr converged on him, won that puck.
For a second, it looked like he had, parting the seas there. He could go right up the middle, but both McCarr and Taves closed quickly.
Here's Zacha taking one off the far wall. Behind the net to Pasternak. Pasternak steps out in front. Score! It's Geeky again! And the Bruins have a 2-1 lead!
Possession of the puck down low. Breakdown in coverage. Taves had been out there a while. And he loses Geeky in coverage on that back door. And Pasternak is going to find him as he comes out from behind the net. Zacha down low. Pasternak sets up behind. And tell you what, Nechas gets caught up in some coverage there as well. You got two guys go to one side of the net in Taves and Nechas. And then as Pasternak comes around the net on his forehand, now everybody looks at him and loses track of Geeky. Bad breakdown defensively by the Avs and their new player, Nechas.
Geeky.
Just a lack of communication there with him and Taves.
Geeky with his 15th of the year, 2 here in the third period. Here's McKinnon from the left circle with a shot. Swayman made the save. For David Pasternak, that is now multi-point games in 6 of the last 7 as part of this 7-game point streak. We get a whistle or a hand pass here and a timeout with 13:57 to go here in the third period. It's the Bruins 2 and the Avalanche 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Bring home more from your in-car stations with the SiriusXM app. More than 200 streaming-only channels for every at-home activity. Music for kids, pets, even plants. Sounds for better sleep, breaking a sweat, and everything in between. Just search At Home to find it all with the SiriusXM app. At home on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Tennis fans, the first Grand Slam of the year, the 2025 Australian Open, is upon us. SiriusXM will take you to Melbourne for every game, set, and match.
The dream has been realized on Rod Laver Arena.
Hear SiriusXM's coverage of the 2025 Australian Open on ESPN Extra, Channel 81, and on the SiriusXM app. If you love tennis, your center court is SiriusXM.
From in the crease to in the locker room.
Four Nations Team Canada Face-Off Associate GM Jim Nill. You as a manager view goaltending going into the tournament in February.
Yeah, we're talking about 2 of the guys that won Stanley Cups and play in those type of pressure games. That's a pretty good resume to have. So we're pretty confident with it and pretty confident with the team that we're going to have playing in front of them.
SiriusXM, NHL Network Radio, SiriusXM 91, and on your schedule with the SiriusXM app.
Two goals by Morgan Geeky here in the third period, both set up by David Pasternak. Take your pick. There are deliveries of the game delivered by Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train. Electrical contractors, get on board the GCE Night Train. Order your materials to be delivered overnight to the job site the following morning and save time and money. Go to GCEnighttrain.com to order. Bruins up 2-1, 13:57 to go here in the third period. They were a goal down with 8 shots through 2 periods. They've scored twice on 4 shots here in the third so far. Puck dribbling around to the far wall. Bruins will break out, moving from left to right. Patra flops one past Taves, goes to get it in the near corner and gets there first, but Middlestat will take away the far corner, and the Avs will come back the other way with Parsonen down the right wing wall. Goes around behind the Bruins net. Ridden into the corner by Carlo. Puck will come back down low. Callahan reaches out with a stick to keep it away from Lehkonen. Now Coyle deals into the middle for Marchand. Carlo going to drag it out across his own blue line. McCarr takes one away near the Colorado line, and he'll pivot back behind his own net. Up the far side, McCarr. Redirected pass comes to Chris Wagner. Dumped into the far corner. Zadorov goes in hard there against Kimirata. The back of the net, scramble for it. Body's going everywhere. All over the place. And it's checked up the wall by Zadorov. Lindholm on his horse, near side. Gets taken into the boards, and that stops that rush. Wagner hit hard by Frederick. Lettieri goes crashing into the far corner against Parker Kelly. Intensity picking up quite a bit here in the third period. Rink-wide pass finds Wagner back into Boston territory. Kiviranta shoved into the corner by Mason Lohrei, who wins the puck back. Got it to Lettieri, pushes it up ice. He'll jump onto the bench as part of a change here with 12:20 to play. Malinsky passes for Nachos ahead to the Boston line. Moving toward the high slot. Trying to stick handle through some traffic. Pasternak able to shoot it back out of the zone, but that's going to go for an icing with 12:07 left.
Fans, hockey season is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to PeerlessBoilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Geeky's first goal at 25 seconds from Pasternak, and Peak gets the secondary assist on that one. And then at 5:44, Zacha gets the second assist. Geeky again from Pasternak there. Face off to the left of Swayman with 12:07 to play. Won by McKinnon. McCarr over to Taves with a shot. Blocker stopped by Swayman. Forced it into the near corner. Wotherspoon against McKinnon. Wotherspoon ends up on the deck. Zacha and Nachos battling for the puck. Wotherspoon had it taken away by McKinnon. Out near the blue line. McKinnon keeps it alive. Sends over to McCarr. Long shot through some traffic. Swayman got a piece of that. Forced it wide. In the near corner, McKinnon. Back to McCarr at the left point. Gave a head fake against Pasternak. Tried to play it down the near wall. Zacha got a piece of it. It'll come to Taves for a shot. Up and over the net. I'm out near the tops of the circles. Kept alive by McCarr. His shot tipped up and over by Drouin.
His ability to shoot as he's moving.
Here's McCarr to McKinnon. Back to Taves, and his one-timer missed the net and kicks all the way back out through the neutral zone. McCarr chased by Pasternak, able to play keep away. Taves will walk one back into the far corner of the Bruins zone. Carlo, outlet pass here for Marchand. Sends it down the right wing boards. Coyle goes in after it. Avalanche looking to clear. Puck came popping loose to Arsenin, and back across the Boston line they come. Gerard trying to play it deep. Taken out of the corner, though, by Carlo. Patra coming up the middle. Had it taken off his stick by Middlestat. Now a giveaway as Marchand steals just outside the blue line, but Manson recovers in time. Puck trickles in toward Wedgwood, who covers it up.
It was Manson who turned it over.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins radio.
The biggest plays on the ice.
He's up ahead, Panzeroni to the net, backhand score! What a move!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. 10:32 to go here in the third. Bruins have gone from down one to up one. Frederick one-timed it on goal. Wedgwood the stave.
Clean face-off win for Lindholm.
Drury brings the Avalanche back the other way, and Zadorov steps into him just inside the blue line.
He said probably 3 hits today Zadorov has, and they've all been the right time to do it.
Frederick along the near boards, pushing one toward the Avalanche zone.
3 impactful hits.
Brought out from behind the net here and angled out to the neutral zone for Colton. Cross ice, Lettieri bats it back out of the Bruins zone, and Lindholm at the end of his shift will just hammer one back into Colorado territory and head off. Taves milling around near the Colorado net. Now starts it up ice. Pasternak tipped the pass, but they still get it through into the Boston zone. Nachos handing off to McCarr. Back to Nachos for a one-timer. And that one redirected wide of Swayman. Just out near the blue line near side for McKinnon. Batted away from him. Zacha gets the clear. McCarr sends over to Taves, and he'll skate right back into Boston territory. Gets the puck around Callahan. Carlo comes in to try to get it. Far corner. It'll come back toward Carlo on the end wall. Zacha shoved down by Taves in that far corner. Has the puck underneath him. Drouin now involved. Callahan as well. Callahan reaching out with one hand on his stick. Couldn't get it out. McKinnon now gets around Pasternak. Over to McCarr. One-timer snapped his stick into. Puck came firing back out in front of Swayman. And we get a whistle here as Brandon Carlo bent over, headed toward the bench, and right up the tunnel he goes. We'll take a break with 8:58 to go here in the third period. It's the Bruins with a 2-1 lead over Colorado on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Plus, get incredible value from the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
Hockey season means it's Pulis Boiler season. Now is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Pulis boiler. Don't wait. Act now. Go to PulisBoilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Pulis Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Nobody beats a Town Fair tire deal. And I mean nobody. We're the area's largest discount tire dealer with a guaranteed lowest price on new Toyo winter tires. Plus, we give you more free services for the life of your new Toyo tires. That's right. You get both the guaranteed lowest price and more free services for the life of any new Toyo tires. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands and discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden. From pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Plus, get incredible value from the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
And for every helper on the Bruins goal, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation donates another $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity. We've already got 4 feeds today, so $400 headed to the food bank. Learn more about feeding the puck for families at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Yeah, that last, they're wiping up some blood right now where Carlo took a shot up high. The puck ricocheted off the back wall into the base of the right wing circle, and I think it was Necas that tried to fire it back on Swayman, and he hooked that puck, got right up into Carlo's face, so he was bleeding pretty good going down towards the locker room. They've scraped up all the blood on the blood trail from the front of the net up all the way over to the bench.
With 8:58 to go in the third, Bruins up 2-1, but short another defenseman here, at least for the time being, with Carlo in the locker room. Of course, McAvoy still sidelined today. Hampus Lindholm hasn't played in a couple of months. 3 of their top defensemen out, at least for the time being.
Continues to skate. He was out there this morning.
Puck played up the left wing boards here. Patra will get it into the attack zone. Controlled behind his own net by Girard, coming toward the near circle. Peels away from some pressure from Coyle. Up the far side, tapped onto the stick of Parsonen. Down that right circle. Marchand went for a hit, now tries to free that puck up, out of the corner. Taken by Lehkonen. Parsonen from the right circle, centering pass. Lohrei right there to take away.
Protect the middle. They've done a really good job of it again here today, the Bruins have. You know, there's been the odd chance here and there. There was one early in the first. There's been a couple of others, but most of it's been on the outside, the 5-on-5 opportunities. Even the power play, for that matter.
8:05 to go. Bruins up by 1. Frederick in the neutral ice, battling with Drouin along the near boards. Lettieri trying to push that puck into the Colorado zone. Elias Lindholm just inside the blue line. They're going to whistle this offside.
Now, we talked about it right in the second period. We talked about it in between periods. the Bruins' lack of generating any real offense. But, on the plus side of that, we'll go back to the glass half full you talked about, Ryan. I mean, they were 1 goal down after 2 because they've defended well. And they've gotten a couple of good saves by Swayman, but they've defended well.
Once they got that first goal from Geekie, just 25 seconds into the period, injected a lot more energy into the building, into the team. Taves, he'll play one through the neutral zone here. Peak has it back on his stick near his own blue line.
Carlo's a big part of that, missing him for any time, and that's a big hole.
Redrick wraps it toward the near corner for Lindholm. Centering pass for Lettieri, broken up. He was between the circles, waiting for a one-time chance. McKinnon sends Drouin on into the Bruins zone. Drops one off. Taves a drive and right into the glove of Swayman.
Got a good look at it.
Gave Zadorov a little tap on the backside as well.
It's from the outside.
Clearing that.
Yeah, it's from the outside. He's got a clear line of sight. Talking about Swayman, he sees that he tracks it all the way in. Nobody in front of him.
22 out of 23 so far for Swayman in this one. 7:19 to play. Faceoff will be to his right. Swayman played 2 periods against New Jersey on Wednesday. Got pulled with what we later found out was a minor upper body injury. Did not dress Thursday night, but back in the lineup today, getting another start. Coyle.
He beat Drury on the draw, but they kicked Drury out and do it again.
And Colton able to win this one. Girard throws one through the slot, untouched into the far corner. Now a drive off the far wall from Malinsky, gloved by Swayman, so it'll be a face-off to his left this time.
Yeah, I don't think that one was even on net, but again, he sees it all the way in.
This face-off at the far circle, and Beecher beats Drury on the draw. Callahan pushing it up the left wing side, trying to find Marchand. Colorado able to deny the entry first time. Now Coyle will play it down the right wing boards. In the near corner, Malinsky. Back for Colton. Cross-ice pass to Drury. Up by Callahan. Puck comes around the near wall. Colton skates to it first. Sends it back in behind the net, and Colton gets hit hard by Marchand.
Well, we thought there was interference earlier in the game, did we not? That looked like interference to me. That's what Colton thought as well. He never had the puck. Marchand didn't stop Marchand from wiping him out.
It's coming through that general vicinity, but...
Well...
Taves will get it here from Malinsky.
Referee was looking at it the entire time. Colton got up. He couldn't believe there was no call, and referee just looking at him.
Drouin reaching out to grab a puck in the neutral zone. Has Nate Jessel on the left wing side. Down the circle, he comes behind the Bruins net. McKinnon in the right corner.
Let's put it this way. If that happened to a Bruins player, I would have wanted an interference call.
On the near side circle, Nate Jess pivots back down low. McKinnon to the far corner. They get it back to McCarr now, center of the blue line. Pressured by Pasternak. To Taves along the far board. Drouin back to McCarr. Left circle. Natchez firing in front, looking for McKinnon. It was broken up. McKinnon hands off to Natchez. Now left circle. Sent one right through the blue paint. Out of the far corner. It ricochets out to neutral ice.
Natchez he's missed a lot of passes today, just trying to force that puck into a couple areas. He's going to be just fine. It's just going to take some time, I think. Jitters, right?
It's pretty good players to play with in Carolina, but it's a little bit of a different game with McKinnon, right?
Well, McKinnon and McCarr. He's just reading off of them.
Swayman scoops one up off the ice here and hangs on to it for a whistle. So we've got 5:13 to go in regulation. And it's the Bruins 2 and the Avalanche 1 on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Plus, get incredible value from the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
Right now at Wendy's, get 2 faves for $7. The spicier classic chicken sandwich, Dave's single, or 10-piece nugs. 2 faves for just $7? Gotta be Wendy's.
At participating Wendy's for a limited time only. Select a request 2 for $7 deal to redeem. Not valid in a combo or with saucy nugs. Single item at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
The wait is almost over.
This crowd is ready for hockey.
The world's best players take the ice to compete for their country. International Best on Best Hockey comes to Boston as Bruin stars Brad Marchand of Team Canada and Charlie McAvoy of Team USA compete to see which hockey nation will reign. Canada, Finland, Sweden, USA. The Four Nations face-off. Get your tickets today.
Hi, this is Trent Frederick. I have teamed up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation this year for Feeding the Puck for families. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck to help score a goal, they will be enabling a donation of $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank, up to $50,000 to help end hunger. Learn more at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Plus, get incredible value from the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
Fans, sign up for the Bruins Authentics newsletter. Be the first to know about the latest auctions and when new Bruins game used, team issued, and team stock memorabilia is released. Visit bostonbruins.com/newsletter to sign up now. Got 5:13 to go in regulation. Bruins with a 2-1 lead.
We had another look at the Marchand hit. You know, Colton had played the puck. He was the last guy to play it. The question is that as he was moving it in front of him and behind the net, was it...
Here's McCarr right off the face-off, setting up Taves for a shot. Glove stop Swayman.
You know, how much time elapsed before Marchand finished that hit on him? So it was. I can see why the referee didn't call it, but I can also see why Colton and the Avalanche wanted a penalty there.
Yeah, puck was, a decent distance away by then, but officials gave Marchand the benefit of the doubt, which doesn't happen a whole lot with him. Doesn't feel like so.
Rarely.
Good on the referees.
He's earned some of that, though. That's,
Sure. Face-off win here by McKinnon. 5:08 to go. McCarr double clutch to the blue line. Gave it on to Taves. H.O. center blue line. Taves. Shot. Save Swayman. Rebound.
That time there was some traffic in front.
Batted toward the near wall. Here's McKinnon, top of the circle. Finds McCarr coming down the right side, but as he tried to play it back through the slot, it was broken up. They'll come back to McCarr again at the right point. Now to McKinnon. Left circle. Back across. And Drouin trying to one-time that one. Taves will come back toward the near side boards with it. McKinnon had it knocked off by Beecher. Here's Nate Joss along the goal line near side with a wide-angle shot that missed. 4.5 to go. Nate Joss, top of the left wing circle. Over to Taves. Back to McCarr. Fake the one-timer. Now shot blocked by Beecher. And it'll be covered at the side of the net here by Swayman.
A lot of time spent in your own zone against that line. And you got McCarr and Taves out with them, with McKinnon up front, but the majority of it on the outside. There was one shot from the point with some traffic in front. Other than that, they really protected the middle of the ice. Fans, check out the upcoming Hardest Working Player of the Week content on 985thesportshub.com. Bruins page brought to you by the Peterson School. Peterson School is now enrolling for their spring semester in Woburn, Westwood, Worcester, Haverhill, and Turner Falls. Visit petersonschool.com to learn more.
Off the draw, Avalanche trying to get it toward the slot. Manson had it knocked away and out of the zone. Bruins protecting a 1-goal lead as we tick down toward 4 minutes left in this one. On the far boards, Geeky able to knock Middlestad off the puck. Wotherspoon, an angle one ahead for Pasternak. Redirected, it goes in on goal. Wedgwood will hand it off behind the net, and Manson wiped out going in after that puck. Geeky was in pursuit. Colton works his way back out of the red line. Dumps one in on Swayman. Drops it out of his glove. Back into play for Callahan. Pass up ice to Pasternak. Pasternak sweeps it down into the left wing corner. Taves will play it around the far boards, but not out. Lorai throws one up and over the net. Colton trying to pass back through neutral ice. That's disrupted by Elias Lindholm. 3:23 to go. Lorai gives it over to Andrew Peak. Peak sent one up ice. It was deflected. Goes in wide of the Avalanche net. In the near corner with Terry against Taves as they go behind the net. Puck sent around the far boards, and they'll be brought ahead here for the Avalanche by Logan O'Connor. Down deep into the Bruin zone. Pete hammers it up the near boards.
On the back check there, just bothering him all the way up the ice.
Gerard able to keep it against Letary. Pete cancels out Kiviranta, and puck lifted out of the zone by Laura. 2:45 left. Gerard going to wire one back in around behind Swayman. Takes a hop out of the corner. Beecher trying to clear the zone. Thrown back toward the net and wide into the near corner again. Back toward Gerard at the left point. Gerard sends it over to the far side. Back in front and tipped up into the air by Parson and gloved out of the air by Swayman. Gets the whistle with 2:25 left.
That was tipped. It took some of the steam off it, but Swayman's able to track this puck as it pops up in the air and stay right with it. Now it's Marchand had taken a hit up high along the half wall that time. I don't think the Avalanche are going to call timeout just yet.
They're bringing out McKinnon and company.
Yeah, they'll go here with this line, and then if there's a whistle, then they'll call the timeout and stick with this line. Goaltender out.
Goaltender is out. Extra attacker will be on. So McKinnon, Drouin, and Nechas joined by Lehkonen with McCarr. And that's Middlestad on that far side of the far circle. Face-off controlled by the Avalanche. From the blue line, McCarr. He'll wrap it around the boards. It comes to the near side. Nechas and McKinnon both over here. Puck taken away. Cleared by Pasternak into the air. It'll bounce just wide of the empty net. And it'll be an icing against Boston with 2:13 left.
Yeah. Worth a shot at it, right? A high flip by Pasternak. I saw Ovechkin got another empty netter the other day.
Yep.
I think he's got 5 this year. 5 of his 22.
They count 2. Only 20 behind. Off the face-off. Drouin. Here's McCarr. Center blue line with a shot.
Never got through.
Lindholm backhands it out of the zone. Just out of Pasternak's reach as he tried to glove it down. McKinnon going to drag it back into the Bruin zone. Angles one around the board. Lindholm trying to hold it in the far corner. Puck pulled free. McKinnon along the back. Oh, the Bruins net. Nechas out of the near corner to the hash marks. Minute 42 to go. McKinnon brings it out in front, trying to stuff it home. Save made by Swayman. Pasternak clears it off the near boards. McCarr. Oh, they're going to call that an icing.
Yeah, one of the best skaters in the league wasn't quite able to get there.
It's been a long day, a long shift.
It's a long shift.
Out of gas. Couldn't quite get to that one in time.
I don't think they're going to call timeout just yet, but they might. We were looking at it before the game. The Bruins have 9 empty net goals this year. The Avalanche have 18.
Got 28 wins on the season. Minute 34 to go. Off the face-off. It'll come around the near board. Pasternak able to get another clear. McCarr will skate back to get this one.
Lindholm on the face-off win again.
He's had a huge day on the dot. Nechas from his own blue line, taking it toward the far side. And the dump in. Swayman slows it up. Carlo back out there. Good to see that after he took a puck in the face earlier in this period. Minute 10 to go. Puck will come back to the point man, McCarr. Over to the right circle. McKinnon tried to find Middlestad down low and missed him. But they'll angle it back to McCarr. Here's McKinnon, top of the right circle. Trying to get one in front. It's blocked. It'll come out of the zone. Foot race for it at center ice. McCarr just there in front of Marchand. 52 seconds to go.
It's offsides.
They come back in across the line. Now they turn it over. Marchand sends it out of the reach of Coyle through the neutral zone. But Coyle all the way down into the Avalanche zone, trying to get it in front of the net. It was taken by McCarr. 38 to go. McKinnon bumped off balance near the attacking blue line. A turnover. Pasternak's got it to Marchand. His shot hit Taves and went wide of the empty net. Coyle brings one back around the boards with 23 to go. Avalanche have time for another rush. Colton.
They don't have the top guys out there, though.
Pass to the far side for Middlestad. Can't get away from his own blue line. Pasternak with the takeaway. Gets knocked down. Still able to keep that puck in the zone. Now moving up ice. Nachos try to play it into the center. Picked off. Here's Pasternak. Scores! David Pasternak with the empty netter with 2.3 to go. The Bruins are going to get a come-from-behind win here on home ice.
Well, they stand the Avalanche up at the blue line, right? I mean, it's part of their defense today that they've kept most of it on the outside. And it's a really solid effort over a 2.5 minute span while shorthanded. Took a couple of icings, but kept everything to the outside. Nothing got through. And then the Avalanche turned this puck over at the offensive blue line, and Marchand eventually picks it up, zip that pass up to the far blue line to David Pasternak. He's got nobody in front of him.
17 points in 7 games for David Pasternak now with that goal, as he has another 3-point game. The Bruins with a 3-1 victory over the Avalanche here today at TD Garden. Trailed 1-0 after 2, but 3 unanswered. 2 of them by Geekie, set up by Pasternak, and Pasta finishes it off with the empty netter. A 3-1 victory. Back with a recap next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.